phone was actually overeating and it shuts completely down. Very, very, very sorry about that. I don't know what happened inside the phone itself, but he said my phone was actually shutting down. So we're just gonna continue the show from where we ended. All right, we are on actually Leon Bailey. If you guys are rewatching the video, we have done the entire title, but in two partitions, or in partitions, I should say. So we have covered Liverpool so far. We have covered West Ham failures. We have talked about the English teams not doing well overall. All right, so go back and check that video, drop a like on it, and share it all you can. All right, we're gonna start from Leon Bailey. We are talking about the Leon Bailey performance, what he did in the 52 minutes. All right, yes. So this was double extra. This was extra time, so two halves of extra time, plus 20 minutes. All right, so that was what that was what it was. All right. So 34 touches at 16 of 21. Passes completed, which is 76%. I tried 5 crosses and connected none of the 5, but he caused problems when he came in. Had 2 shots, and out of his 3 dribbles, completed 1. And he missed the penalty right there. And ground duels had 2 out of 6, which is decent. And last possession 13 times, committed 2 fouls, got an interception and had a tackle. So he was trying every single thing on the day. All right. I thought that. I thought that from my fashion, I think he was decent when he came in. He had some values to the team itself. All right. That's what I thought. Still, you understand me? Only the penalty miss would have kind of took away his overall package of the performance. But it was decent once they're ready to unleash their team to go forward to try and get back something. Let me know what say you guys as to how Leon Bailey performed when he came on and Aston Villa as an whole. All right, let me know. Go ahead, Pastor.
We will have to agree that he improves the image of play for Aston Villa coming off the bench over and against him starting in the games. Um, and this is when the coach decides to play a fluid system rather than he plays a block. So he can start in games that the coach is going to allow him to play that attacking role. But when the need arises that he has to set up a block, then Bailey is always better. And the evidence is there to support him being better coming off the bench. Having said that, though, the pressure, the expectation of the fans put on a player is evident as it relates to a player like Leon Bailey. When the stream chipped out, there was
Mm-hmm.
a there was a message in the chat that I started addressing. I think it was I don't remember who typed it, so let me not even go there. But the message said that people are looking to see Bailey fail, hating on Bailey to see Bailey fail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jerry, I don't believe that. I believe people want to see the best of Bailey that we see for Aston Villa, for Jamaica. And so there's a great expectation placed on him when he puts on the Jamaican jersey, that black, green, and gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to realize that part of the heightened expectation is his or his handler doing. Once you have been promoted, and I'm going to use agricultural terms, the price of what we call a table salad is greater than what you call than that of a plummy tomato. Plummy tomato is what you cut up when you're making gravy or when you're making a vegetable salad. But when you're slicing tomato to use tomato slices, you need what is called a table salad. If you're promoted as a table salad, you cannot show up as a plummy tomato. People are not going to accept it. It's a different standard. And because Leon Bailey has been promoted at that level, people are unwilling to accept anything below the level he's promoted at. I
Yeah.
can say it that way
But
because
but
I
but
am one
Pastor,
of those persons.
is it because you see Richie Robinson, JD, we good, but to me you sound bad mind. This morning, in my opinion, to me, this LB thing before your live end. So he said I sound bad minded. But what have I said? Anything bad about Leon Bailey more than the fact that I've acknowledged that he missed a penalty? That's all. That's the title alone. But I've not said
Mhm.
anything bad about Leon Bailey right throughout. The only statement I've talked about is a continuous program, which is because obviously comprehension is very much important in life. Because what I've said, my argument is I have gotten vindicated because he cannot play certain positions as to why when the coach picks certain formations and certain functions, they are not going to put him in it. And you guys were making excuse to say that it's because he's not fit, he's not fit or he's carrying an injury. And I'm said no. I just believe that these other players don't fit in that system a little bit different, and I am proven correct over and over. And that's all I was saying. Because what I was doing is doing a scouting report on the player to go back to say, let us see how they're going to translate it into the Jamaica team, because we have a tendency to try and fit him anywhere in the Jamaica team rather than just play him in his rightful position. So if you had listened to me, Richie Robinson, and come with that term, that means you have not listened to or understand one single word came out of my mouth. If you come off to say that I'm bad minded because I've not even talked on the player aside from the title. All right, which the title is a factual thing, so you cannot argue something that is factual. All right. So if you're gonna say I'm a bad mind of the title, okay, no problem. But tell you what, it is reality. It happened. But my context to my conversation was a continuation on my videos. My videos are not, oh, because a player scored or play good today. My videos are always based off continuation. So I'm building up a profile of the players them. That's how I have my arguments on this channel. So clearly, people not following me if you're gonna come up and tell me that um I am bad minded the player based off what I've said. Because I've not said anything about the player as yet. And I've literally said that I thought that the player did decent throughout the time that he spent on the pitch. That was my assessment of the player. So if my assessment is to say that I'm bad minding a player because I've said he played decent, well, I don't know. So I think
JD,
this is last.
JD, Pillow Gang leader says it exactly how it is. Everybody, all of the Leon Bailey Pillow Gang wants us to just celebrate Leon Bailey. Because that's what Pillow Gang just type in the chat. Good morning, JD. Me and the gang only problem is the title. The
Yes,
player
I
came
know.
on and gave
That's
back life
that.
to the team. Why couldn't
Thanks for the
it
honesty.
be
Thanks for the
Leon Bailey
honesty.
and Aston Villa to the semi-finals?
Thanks for the honesty. Thanks for the honesty. No,
That is
we're
it.
going to we're
We must
going to
just
get there.
celebrate him.
We are going to get there. Young leader,
JD,
we are going to get there. We are
JD,
going to
I
get
am
there.
not going to allow it to slide. I'm going to take this to the extent. Leon Bailey grab up a ball and go miss a penalty for Jamaica. You remember that? The penalty we missed for Jamaica?
Yeah, but pastor, me no want got pastor. Me cannot deal with them people here because I am not. I am done, pastor. I am not going to war with them. Uh,
No. But JD, we must be allowed to fairly, critically analyze each player and give just comments for the display they have provided us with. We must be allowed to do that. So, Pillow Gang leader, no, we are not. It is not that we are not celebrating Bailey. It is that we're giving him his just reward. He did a fair job coming on. Yes, he makes Aston Villa look better coming off the bench. And we have said that. He did a creditable performance. However, the evidence, the truth, he missed a penalty that could have cost Aston Villa the game, saving for the goalkeeper that JD is chastising for his getting into the head of the kickers with his shenanigans. So we have to be fair because if you do not do it that way, JD, you cannot give the goalkeeper the credit he deserves because it is he who brought back Aston Villa to the forefront. So we must give every person their due. And that's all we have been trying to do. We are being fair to each
No,
player.
Balakar, me understand what you're saying, Balakar, but me say me never try bad mind. Me never try, me no sound bad mind, man, because me watch the game, you know. But what I think you mixed up the part that I was kind of basing it over a long assessment of the player. That's where I think you mix up the part and think that me that actually talk over one thing. But me never bad mind him or nothing, man. Because me actually, I gotta say congratulations for them leaving over. Cause remember this discussion, you know, started. It started on the basis of why so much English teams failing, and even Aston Villa that made it out, they weren't the better team. So we are just trying to ask, oh, why are they spending so much money, but we can't see the clear separation? That was the discussion of the morning, you know. So it was not a specific Liam Bailey chat type of thing. It was always we are trying to figure out the problem, what's going on in England. Is it the fixture congestion? So I think if you had listened to the show in its entirety, you would have understand the basis of it still. What I'm trying to say, big boss. All right, yeah, man. So guys, please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Once you come in, or you find the like button, click the triple dot at the top of the screen, and then the like will present itself, the share will present itself, and definitely subscribing to the channel is normal. All right, we try to put things in context. I know that the title might be to you bad, but I just copied and pasted back the old title. So that's why it's saying the same thing. I will change one of the titles. Yes, I will change one of the titles. So the Pillow Gang masses can sleep well. All right? Yes. Pastor, while I understand your sentiment, I have a beef to pick with the producer of the video. The player scored on Arsenal, and I never saw Leon Bailey scored. And he never, and I never saw Leon scored. And he had a brilliant performance. No, oh, you said I never said Leon Bailey scored?
No,
Really?
JD,
The
stop.
pillow,
No, no, no. Let me address this
pillow
one.
gang master. He never
No
can really slap pillow
platform,
gang master.
no, on no platform was Leon Bailey more celebrated than the host of
Pillow
Imaxit,
gang
Wemaxit,
leader. I have
celebrating
started
the
my
killing
story
of Arsenal.
5 minutes early. All the Arsenal fans, them, everybody has said they said the only day them ever see me celebrated Liam Bailey. What are you talking about, pillow gang leader? Go back on that video. I was celebrating. What are you? No, man. Pillow gang, man. Believe me. Pillow gang. I am telling you, I have celebrated Liam Bailey, man. Just stop listening to people. I had celebrated me. I missed that video. That was one of the biggest video of the week. So go back and look at it. People say that
On
I'm old.
JD, I watched more than one platform. On none of them was Leon Bailey more celebrated for killing Arsenal because of your bad mind against Arsenal, as stated by the Arsenal supporters. No, this is not me saying you're bad mind Arsenal. No, this is saying, as stated by the Arsenal fans, saying that your bad mind for Arsenal is so high that you have celebrated Leon Bailey
So
for the first time
indirectly,
to conversion.
indirectly they're calling me an eight of Liam Bailey at the same time because they're saying it's just because I ate Arsenal more than Liam Bailey, which is a lie, you know. Which is
That's
a lie,
exactly what they were saying. But remember, one person posited in the chat,
yeah,
that
yeah,
you have
yeah,
now
yeah, yeah,
become
yeah.
a member of the Pillar. That is how the celebration went.
Oh, Chorus, I needed to read out a super chat that you sent in here. Sorry about that, Chorus. When I go on my main system, I will pull up at the super chat and put it on the screen. All right. So sorry about that. I saw that they put $10 on the last stream, but the stream shut down. So my apologies for that, Chorus. But massive respect for the super chat. All right. If Antonio had missed a penalty, it would not be in the title. No, that is lie. That is a lie, LB. That's a lie. That's a lie. Pillow Gang said, we appreciate your help, JD. Thanks. Yeah, man. Massive respect. I'm gonna change the title, people, because I realize DJ ate Arsenal more. Jesus God. All right, all right, all
JD,
right. So
I am against you
no,
changing the title. No,
Pastor,
I am
before
against you changing the
Pastor,
title. I
pa-
am against you changing the title. And I'm
Pastor,
going
delete
to
the
say
title.
why.
Oh my
I am
God,
going to say
Pastor.
why. Here is why. Listen to what Travis Presso say at Lansley Blake, and he's not even spelling my name correctly. And my name is dear enough, spelled correctly, and he not spell it correctly. Every time he spell my name, he incorrectly spell my name for diss me. Not Leon Bailey do your support. You know, rate the youth. What have I done to suggest that I don't rate Leon Bailey? Right? I am going to give the coach credit to properly assess Leon Bailey and get the best out of him. And everybody who has support Leon Bailey's performance need to credit the Aston Villa
And
coach
you
because
know
as
who
him,
you know who credit him to as well, Pastor? Leon Bailey credit the coach as
Leon
well.
Bailey himself. Yes.
But
So
it's
these
still a
pillow
gang
gang,
them. It's still a
we are
gang
gonna
them.
talk about me, no support Leon Bailey. We don't need to do no analysis and credit the coach to make Leon Bailey look so good at Aston Villa because Leon Bailey publicly state say the coach bring him to this level.
Facts.
And here's
Facts.
how the coach bring him to this level. The coach have him and use him as a super sub every time he come on. He kill off Arsenal and do some big thing. What me if you have against Leon Bailey? This is
All
what I
right,
have against Leon
Pastor,
Bailey.
Pastor. The reason why our programs have been doing very well over the last few days, it is because we are not getting into the fight with the pillar men. All right, so let me stay on topic. Let me talk about the one team. So congratulations to Leon Bailey and the Aston Villa team to advance to the semi-finals um let me make sure the Carabao let me give you the right name, the Conference Europa Conference League 2023-2024 season. So the knockout at this point, Olympiacos should be their next opponent. All right, you have Club Brugge there um and Florentina are as well. So at this point, based on my assessment, I strongly believe that Aston Villa, they should be at least, I would say, out of 100%, like cheering up the 100% to who will be the favorites. Aston Villa should be up there to take the entire trophy. Would you guys agree? Or you would say that the other teams are equally as good as Aston Villa?
Jerry, you don't get to the semi final and get negative comments from me about your quality. You're there for a reason. I don't care how the stars align for you to get there. You are there. You cannot win the silverware unless you get to the semi-final and then progress to the finals. I
So
don't believe
how
the
much percent
creator.
would you give them as favorite? How much percent would you guys give Aston Villa as favorites? I would go because I think who I'm gonna go with. Surprisingly, I think I am going to pick Bruges over Florentina. So I'm going to go Aston Villa. I'm going to give Aston Villa 35% out of the 100, and I'm going to give um Bruges 35 as well. 35 I'm giving Aston Villa and Bruges to win the entire thing because I think those are the two teams will be the favorites for it. Those are
I
my
don't
two
score.
picks.
I don't score the differences that high. I believe that there's a 2% difference between all of them. So anyway you cut it, the top two teams would probably be 1 point difference between them, but 2% clear of the other two. And the reason for that, JD, is that one person in the chat said that the teams that we would consider lesser teams have lighter seasons, so they are able to rest legs and carry fresher players for the ending of the season. So they're not as stressed as the English teams. I am not going to use that as the reason. The fact that they turn up with fresher legs for the start of the competition, you have to add some percentage points to that because they're not going to be suffering from burnout. They're going to be playing at their best.
I revive the Bruges are the weakest team left. All right, Bruges making it to the finals. I revives. That's what you're gonna
So
faint when the
for me,
prediction master come through again. Go ahead,
and
Pastor.
and and what's this now? And this is how I have Aston Villa going to the finals, because because of the Bailey coming off the bench factor, the super sub, and
But
people.
but no, but they're playing Olympiacos. Olympiacos system a little bit different from Lille. I think Lille is actually better than Olympiacos.
But
I actually
but
think that with their
if
pressing
Aston Villa
system.
go to blow JD, if Aston Villa go to blow out them, they can catch Aston Villa on the counter.
I know,
So
but
the coach,
Leon Bailey will start in a game like this over Olympiacos. I think it's because Lille is very good at home. Ask Arsenal. Ask Arsenal, and Arsenal is a
Arsenal again,
top level team than
JD,
Aston Villa, and they're
JD,
all they're all
you're giving
player
them
heads.
support. You're giving
Huh?
them support to beat you up. You're giving them support to beat you up as it
No,
relates to
I'm not.
Arsenal.
Ah, you know,
Arsenal again.
it is just the information that I do have in my head. I'm just trying to pick
Yes,
out.
I
You know,
I
I'm,
un-
I'm saying
I
I think
understand that, but the Gunners don't.
I think Lille. I honestly believe, based on what I saw from Lille, I think they were the best team left in the competition. They were the
But
actual best team left in the
I'm going to trust
competition
the coach.
because
I'm
they are
going to
better than
trust the
Aston
coach.
Villa.
If the coach assessment starts Bailey in this game, it is because the coach sees Bailey wins him the game in normal time. If he starts him in this game, it's because he's playing Bailey wins them the game in normal time. So any style of play that the coach decide to use, I am in support. I am supporting the coach. He has done what is needed to get him to this stage, utilizing you, Leon Bailey, to full effect. So if he decides that he starts with Leon Bailey because of the opposition, I am going to credit the coach as he deserves for how he has managed to utilize Leon Bailey throughout the season. So if him
Okay.
starting, they win in normal time, and I am still saying Aston Villa progresses.
Okay. I think Aston Villa should win it still, but Olympiacos is a traditional European team, so they might have some tricks up their sleeves. Yeah, but I think Lille was the best team left in the competition, and so far I think that kind of put Aston Villa up there with the highest amount of marks out of the 100. All right, so 35. I would give them as well out of the 100 share between four teams. All right, yes. So I expect them to beat Olympiacos, but let's see still. All right, Lille had some good look. Yeah, man, they're the better team over both legs. All right. Real Baller said Bailey missed a PK but had a real good game. Great player. Still not support him. Oh, okay. Why are you saying 60 million things one time, Real Baller? All right. All right, 1 second. And then Issa says, Emery stamping ground, them your man. Villa should go on and win it. All right. Villa winning Conference League. Uh, I think they should be the favorites, people. They should be the favorites, but the way of football working nowadays, I don't think the best teams in these competitions winning it. Last year I could say City was the best team until the finals. Until the finals. And the best team never won the finals on the day either. All right? So it's like these tournaments, it doesn't matter if you're the best team in the final game. It's just put the ball in the back of the net. That's all people remembers. Because City was not the best team. Remember, Lukaku alone could have scored 4 goals in the finals, people. Lille should have given Aston Villa 7 goals. You understand me? Man City should have given Real Madrid 55 goals. I would say Arsenal wasn't better than Bayern because in both games Bayern had more chances, but Arsenal flow was a little bit better than Bayern, but not. But you guys get what I'm saying? The best teams them this year just not winning the games them. Damn man, Imposter. Oh, you look at that now. The best teams them not winning the games them, and it's coming very very
Uh,
frequent. Like 6 matches, 5 of the best teams and don't win the matches them.
here's the common denominator. The best teams get to this stage of the competition and they play the first half like they should play the 90 minutes. But again, to Cranky's statement, the intensity of games over the entire season, the style of play employed by the coaches that requires extra from the players, the amount of games across 4 different or 3 different competitions, that adds up.
Uh,
And so,
yes,
even
I'm
if
saying
you
some of
have the,
these teams win with lucks. Luck, yeah, period.
yes, yeah,
Real Madrid is half luck.
but
Aston Villa is half luck.
fortune favors the brave.
But what you gives them?
If you keep yourself, in the competition, JD, you have a chance. So
Yeah,
all
but
the
that no,
teams need
no,
to do,
no, no, no.
yeah,
Real baller didn't understand what I'm saying, and I'm saying Aston
okay,
Villa win it half luck. Manchester City win the Champions League half luck as well, because Inter was the better team on the day. They created more chances, clear cut
yeah,
chances. So yeah, someone I can tell you that it's luck. Aston Villa went through and Real Madrid, it's luck. Yeah, yeah, I have to call it as it is, man. Some of these teams are going through. Yeah, as what the pastor said, you have to stay in the games. You have to stay in the games and get your puncher's chance. But you
mm,
can't tell me that Aston Villa was a better team over Lille because that is not true. Real Madrid was not better than Manchester City. Even Rodri saying that these guys never come to play football. Rodri's post-match saying that Real Madrid never come to play football. Real Madrid never come to play football at all. They come to stop we from playing football. Just stay in a low block and just play like that. And Richie Robinson, laugh all the JD, and a soft football play. You're sick. JD, why you not say Real Madrid defend great? Well, 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 Richie Robinson go and they tell all the Manchester City players them that think that they never go and watch the interviews them. You know what? Go and watch the entire world, Richie Robinson. Go and watch your entire world. All right. Since you said we don't know nothing about football and me sick, well, everybody else sick and you alone have sense. All right. Richie Robinson, you alone have sense, and everybody in the world don't have any sense. Because everybody's saying the same thing as me. These in the 12th minute is the last shot Real Madrid took in the game until extra time. Pastor, you hear me just say? In the 12th minute, the 12th minute of 90 minutes is the last shot Real Madrid took in the game, and they never tried to take a next shot. It was just defending. 11 man in the box, no striker.
so to so
Bellingham
to
being
credit,
striker.
to speak from an informed position, according to the message in the chat, you have goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and forward. But
Yes,
Real Madrid played 11 defenders.
and a
No,
goalkeeper.
10 defenders and one goalkeeper
Yes,
because they did not occupy. I know the middle third they occupied. They occupied their third and just the first part of the middle third. So is it that they employed 10 defenders and they gave up the midfield and the forward to play 10 defenders and a goalkeeper?
But Pastor, the man may go so far if you disagree with me. It no matter what, because no, here, Miracle, they didn't need to take a next shot because that was the only Miracle. If you had watched the game, it was down to Manchester City. Beer can't finish the damn chances. Them why they never get 4 or 5-1. So stop acting like you watch the game because you couldn't be watching this game and talking like that. You don't see the amount of big chances that the City missed. Good Lord, man. Anyways, you know what? Let me. I know that you guys bad mind Manchester City. That's the one thing I can share. Richie Robinson, Mirak, Chevis, Real Bala, all in bad mind Manchester City. All of them. All right?
As much
Ain't
as
that
you
far
bad
out
mind
talking.
Arsenal, I'm just asking a question because
And then
Jason,
Stead added to the bad mind. Balakar, oh God, Balakar calling the phone and open my car. Oh Lord. Balakar, hold on. You're calling by my car?
JD and Pastor only
Let me turn
looking
off.
through the lens of Man City.
Let me turn off the
No,
car and then call. Let me turn off the what Bluetooth and call it back. Cause now you have to put the whole of my thing, alright? Alright, stead right. Let
that
me call back Balakar, make him
that is
talk.
a lie, Stedry.
And then I'm gonna go into the JFF um the JFF, what you call it? The JFF
Press conference.
press conference.
Yeah, JD,
Yeah,
me have to call you
yeah,
there,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Cause
because
one
you blank out
thing
the
we post there.
you blank out the
One
car,
thing
take out
we
the phone.
post there, me and you good.
No,
Good.
man, you're bad man. You're
What me
bad
have
man,
to
Man City, man. You're bad man, Man City, man.
No,
Me
yeah,
can't
me
believe
have
this.
to know. No, you're a me they say now. Zin, back then, you have Barcelona playing style.
Yes.
Now we have Man City. One time you did have Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm.
If Real Madrid did play the way how Man City want them play, Man City that blow them out 6-0. So as a great coach as Ancelotti tell the ballers them both attackers and defenders. Yeah, what we gonna do? We not give them what they want. So make them come contest this round if they want. And the man them do the same thing. You understand?
Yeah.
The only and the next thing when we know with Aston Villa, Emery only play one way. If it not work and they might give you the ball, they still play for the back. And they won't get hurt. Because Tillemans give a ball, don't treat her yesterday where the man them could have scored.
All right. You know why you
understand?
no Balakar, this is what me I go call out. You see what Balakar do? Balakar come and say Emery only play one way. You see, anytime Emery have an important game, you know why he must say that? Because Liam Bailey go up on the bench and he play the expansive system.
No, JD.
So no, let me finish Balakar. So why you okay when the Real Madrid try to set up a way, take off them best players to play defensive football, but when Emery do it from the start and then bring on Liam Bailey later, you have a problem with that.
Well, no, we don't have a problem with that. But I say something to you now. Liam Bailey come on against Arsenal in the last game.
Yes.
He come on go score.
Yes.
You never think about at the first leg when he play. He never start.
He's supposed to start from the first leg. I'm bringing it up. Yeah, man, him start in the first game, man. Him start in the first game.
Thank you. So I rotate the squad. Can I say something to you? Zaniola.
Yeah, but Balakar, before you go, Balakar, there's a different formation in play. In play a different position. If them play right midfield, check how much time Liam Bailey play right midfield for Aston Villa this year. Different from right winger.
You play a lot.
Just check Balakar when they come off, check it up right winger and right midfield. And you're gonna see the difference.
Man, we go check it.
Mm-hmm.
We can watch most of the game.
Yes.
Because remember when the season does start, him be a player this up, then him put DRB this up, then him put Liam Bailey out. Why? When me I said to you now.
No, when the season start, them put cash there first. Get it right.
Yeah,
Nobody ramp with me football, Balaker. I can't say that.
So what I know, lady, when me I say, when the season does start, Liam Bailey might never up to speed. Remember, Liam Bailey I know my ball, but me they watch him, they get improved day by day. He not do it every time by tracking back, but he might do it more now. So when me they say now, Liam Bailey, Zaniola, Diaby, a three winger that me call, three of them play the same way when them play wing.
Zaniola is not a really.
And then a run back. So that's why most while you see him play Maggie in a right midfield or he play Tillemans a left midfield.
Big Boss, I think you describe Zaniola and Diaby run back way more than Liam Bailey, Big Boss, man. I can't make you get out with that, man. The man them work harder, brother, man. Every time, man.
But me I said the whole of them are similar player where you see they not doing rip on a regular basis.
They are not.
Remember,
Yeah. Go ahead.
As when me say to you and the people them in the chat, Liam Bailey is not my baller. You know my baller.
Yeah, man. No, my baller can talk it out, man. You understand? Respect it, man.
And see first. But when me I say this morning, to me not gonna say I never bad mind me to say, but me that's you're a little bit 80ish towards Liam Bailey.
So what me say?
Because in starting our first leg, you don't play bad.
Yeah, but
you ever think about rest?
No, but Balaker, I have thought about everything before I come out and say it. Remember, so from the season start, me I say it because the coach it start and say the reason why I'm not put on Liam Bailey because he made a test out a system where he started with, which was 2 right and left midfielder. Where he made a try use because he want going on low block and then use him creative forwards them to get the job done. And he wanted to put Liam Bailey in a part of his creative forwards, but Liam Bailey seems to just can't get through as a central forward behind Ollie Watkins. So every time he has to put Liam Bailey on the field, he has to go expansive, which is playing him as a winger, and that's where he's deadly. So I'm saying that he's a deadly winger, but he's not as good as a right midfielder. Once he has to drop deeper and tuck in, he doesn't bring that organization. He does bring that defensive impact, and you kill his actual game. So that's what I'm saying, and I think that the coach figured that out. So big games, he doesn't have 2 lethal wingers to say I'm gonna go expansive with Watkins. What I'm going to do, it's either Diaby can play central forward, so I'm gonna put Diaby on this field with Watkins, and then use Magin and my boy there, what's his name, Zaniola, to use the left and right, and then bring on Liam Bailey for Diaby, or put Diaby, Watkins, and Liam Bailey up front when he touched 70-60 minutes. That's what he does for the entire season.
No, and we can say something to you now. The centre back we play with the Spanish defender, the English defender. What name again?
The centre back, what his name? The Barcelona guy. Someone really remember.
No, man. The English striker we play centre back with the Spain youth.
The English striker we play centre back or
the English defender, man. What name again, man?
The English defender.
Liam Bailey best friend right now, man. Him and something they play centre back yesterday. The Spain centre back, man.
Alright, let me make sure. Let me get no man. Kanza.
Kanza? Yeah, Kanza. You notice when Kanza play right back and Liam Bailey play right midfield.
Okay.
They play good together because he's a defender and he defend good at right back. So even when Liam Bailey get caught, him himself
switch around.
Can manage. Like we come to him. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why the other day you see Emery use him a right back and have cash money bench.
Yes.
But as I say, he switch up sometimes.
Yes. And remember, Balaker, the reason why me that said, remember you have a spell one time, all of the games Aston Villa was the leaders in those games, like them can just attack because majority of them was either teams below them or at their home. So that's their style that they deploy at their home. Liam Bailey started in all of those systems, and they're always forward running systems where him and Diaby or him and next attacker going with Watkins in the team. So Liam Bailey was always the first choice when it goes to the attacking part, like the full attacking. You get me? But I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
yeah, me, yeah.
and
That
that's all
may
me not
have
saying.
that
No,
too.
me never bad mind the man
But
or nothing. Me
no,
never bad mind.
as I say, me never to show for the start. But me say to you, you come out, you're there on the camera now. You might not see the way there, but we in I chat when
Oh
we
Lord.
hear him,
All
wow,
right.
man, I know JD this morning. You
No
see me
man,
in a mic
me
up
never
here.
bad
Like,
mind
come
boss.
and
Me
tell me
never
good
bad mind
enough.
the boss. Me never bad mind.
No,
Honest to God, me never bad mind him. I just me normal talk with me and him of the argument. Every time me just say me win in our bracket and then me give Liam Bean him credit years so. But maybe the title I make people get upset. Me know, me go change it, but me can't change it now.
no, man, the kind don't make me get upset, man. I reason with me, alright. I'm a compass man in I chat too. Come on to here, I'm a boss too. Chris Smith, me a call up Bowser name.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Bowser, are you right to JD? Say JD Antonio old, but 121-year-old take with Bowser game. A shalawa.
Oh
Some
Lord God.
turn, some turn same time I said to him when I come and say, Bowser still a Bowser they come on and make the same forward the take when game make look good. So what you have to say about that? Me no hearing comment no more.
All right. So we're gonna leave. So
Yeah, man.
Balakir, we're gonna link up. We're gonna leave Chris Smith to answer, you know. All right. So Chris Smith call in.
Yeah, man. Ask him that. Yeah, man.
No, we
Which
are
one
telling
you
for
like
calling.
come?
We are telling for calling. So you can hear him. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. Respect Balakir. But the man him love the war, you know. All right, so sorry about that, Trav Dan. If you say my bad mind, I'm very sorry. My intention was not
Those
to bad mind Leon Bailey because that is not my job. All right, Trav Dan. You guys said I don't rate him, but all I did was just put the miss penalty. That's all, and I will change it. I will change it. Because I never said anything bad about the player. Watched every minute of the player, and I said he played decent. Because the Aston Villa team was not really good, to be honest. Because Lille was better than Aston Villa. We have to be honest to ourselves. All right. Yes. So he played. He was one of the bright sparks that changed the game back closer to an even game. But it was a Lille being a better team. Travdan, let me hear if you're going to be honest and tell me if Aston Villa was the better team over both of those legs. Because I thought that Lille was the better team over both of those legs. So let me see if Travdan can be honest. All right, guys, please do smash the like on the share and subscribe. We only have 43 likes in 42 minutes. So get the likes up, share and subscribe. Chris Smith, look like you my answer. All right. Yes, so Pastor, let me get into the Jamaica Reggae Boyz World Cup campaign and the JFF unleashed some statements. It looked like it never went down with a lot of people properly, and some people like it as well because for me, I just wanted to hear that they are going to do something good. Maybe I'm too simple, so please educate me as to what you heard and what you want to chop up as well.
I watched the interview or the press conference on two different channels or two different streams, and I got the same thing. Well, I started watching it on one and then went and watched it in entirety on another. But what I watched on the one I started watching on and the complete one that I watched, I got pretty much the same thing from the press conference from both of them. I don't believe there's any fan that goes on the YouTube channel that consistently hold the fire to JFF as I do. I don't believe so. If there is, then somebody can tell me of somebody else that does it as much as I do or more than I do. But I have always stuck to the issues at hand and hold JFF responsible for executing their duties as the football administrators of football in Jamaica. I
Okay.
remember Mr. Speed coming on Imaxit. Yeah, it was Imaxit. And he said that the election is over and they will do better, and they're putting plans in place to do better than they did prior to the election. JD, as a people, I believe once we accept our deficiencies and our failures, it is fair to request allowance to do better. So I started afresh in my grading of the JFF as it administers football in Jamaica. I believe so far I've had only two instances to really point out the inadequacies of JFF post election. The president at the press conference again uttered the appeal that speed appealed on Imaxit that they had a lot of successes in 2023. However, they also had failings. But he asked that we let the past remain in the past because of the Herculean task ahead of us this year. And we all hands on deck is necessary for us to be more successful this year. I believe that's a fair request. They have gotten a new mandate, so let us hold them responsible for what is required going forward. There's more than enough for us to fight over about their failings last year. But how much good will that do this year with what we are faced with? If we beat them for their travel hiccups last year, does that fix this year so we don't have travel hiccups? And from the different positions in management that I have operated, I can say no, it will not help. So we have to encourage them as they need encouragement. We have to celebrate the successes that they achieve going forward as we hold them responsible for meeting set targets. And I said it that way to leapfrog into this. The qualification for the World Cup was the primary reason given by the JFF spokesperson at the time who started the employment of Grim, Mr. Rudolph Speed. So, having had the opportunity to prepare 2 years in advance, Grim is under the microscope come June because World Cup qualification begins. Any hiccup after 2 year preparation, the coach that I have given up to 110% gets shafted from day one. I am going to be the first one because you have 2 years to prepare. The JFF is responsible for certain things, provisions for the coach to be successful. So, if Grim fail to demand these tools to be successful from the JFF, guess what, Grim? Are you a failure on the JFF because are your job on the line? I will still beat the JFF because of them are the administrator. But Grim, are you are the driver? Everything, barring nothing, has to be in place for us to have a successful campaign. Grim. JFF cannot do what they did last year and feel that we're going to absolve them of the flogging they deserve for mishaps. We're going to leave the past in the past and say, okay, last year your test run. You have to take the equipment of the production line this year optimal. Other than that, JFF, you not serve your purpose. And I will leave that right there.
All right, all right. So thanks, guys. Let me do better than that. We have, as we said, the video is not close to 100. We have 150 here. So as what we said, just click the triple dot at the top of the screen and then hit the like button. That's the last time I'm gonna say it for the stream. So hopefully we can get to the 100 likes that we normally set on the streams. So if you wanted to go extra time, remember I'm on the road, but you have to hit the like button. Nothing except 100 likes should be accepted, and then after people can put their likes on the video. Very very disrespectful. Very easy to do, people. Just click the triple dot at the top of the screen. 168 here. We can allow 66 bad-minded people on the stream, but 100 bad-minded people and then 120 bad-minded people and then 50 not bad minded people. Can't allow that. No, no, no. But so from here, you're not bad minding the channel. Definitely find the like button by clicking the triple dot. Yes. So what I've gotten, big of yourself, sport on the ball. Real baller, real baller. We're on the screen talking, and you seems to be throwing, saying things that we ain't saying. I don't think Pastor said anything bad towards the JFF. I think the pastor is giving the JFF its flowers and saying that he's watching them and they're on the clock. That's all. So if you never heard what he said, clearly you're not listening well. I don't think he said anything bad, and I will actually echo his statements as well. I thought that I watched the stream, and they have not showed me anything bad. I heard them saying that they are getting us. What would you say now? For instance, like a promotional team, and the promotional team would be 876. I would like to know more about 876 because I only saw them around 2 3 years ago, and they signed. I saw them signing, doing a business with Simon and Simon Preston, that is, and then I don't think they are big enough. I don't know much about them, and I don't even think that they are that big enough. So I was surprised that they would have gone to partner with a person to say that they are going to bring the solution to getting more people eyeballs to things when I don't really know them, and
All
most
right.
people telling me that they don't know them either. So it's shocking. I don't say I never heard of them, I have seen them so far, but I don't like the closeness between them and Simon Preston. Because that doesn't sound like it's organic. It sounds like, oh, because they know Simon Preston and he was working with them and brought them through.
All
And he's
right.
working with the JFF now. So it could look bad. It could look bad like it's a friend and company thing. Because that's the first thing came to my mind. But for me, if they say it's going to work, I am not going to question it. I'm going to give them their time. But I could see where, because you have a lot of people trying to nitpick every single thing. All right? You have a lot of people I like to nitpick every single thing, and I'm not going to do so. I am just pointing out that obvious because I knew them from that point when time Simon and sent me a link and said I should go over there and watch it, and I went over there to support him. And that's the only thing right there that I would see people questioning. But give them a
All
chance
right.
to see what they could do, and let's see if it can happen. Because you never may know. We don't know nothing about them. Other people might know something about them. So give them a chance to prove themselves. But I don't know nothing about them. All right.
All
And
right.
if you have questions around it, I am not going to be to know. I'm going to say be skeptical and just but give them an open. Just give them a chance to prove themselves.
Okay. JD, as it relates to marketing groups, they are new. However, the managers are qualified. The persons within the group are qualified. They are young innovators within the marketing space. And so they have the ingredients to become very good in within the marketing space. I will say this: they have some very big clients that they have signed.
Okay,
So
okay.
separate and apart for from Simon, who
Worked with them. Don't say we
who may
signed him
run into
because
who with
hold on there. Marlon said, JD, it's not the YouTube 876, it's the marketing group. So it's not the guy that came up and spoke. As to say he's the leader. You are telling me that he's the different because I know him. I know him from day one. After that same 876 Marlon and the Instagram 876, that's where I know him from. So oh ironic, he's on those two 876 and then they have a company says 876 Marlon. I think it's the same thing. It's just a part of their branding. That's what I think,
all
Marlon.
right.
The Instagram is the same thing, the YouTube is the same thing. I think so. It's the same thing because that's where I knew them from, Marlon. I never knew them. I just saw them on Instagram and on YouTube. You know?
Watch this. The marketing group has signed with Simon's competitors. They signed Simon competitors. So with this being aired, that they have alliance, Simon will have to literally be walking the journalist communication line very tight because he is with one entity and he has friends within the other entity, which you are permitted to do.
Oh,
You just have to be careful.
what?
One of
I'm lost. Explain to me a little
their
bit more. What you
marketing,
mean?
one of their clients is CVM.
One of your clients is CVM.
Simon works with the other superpower TVJ.
Oh, Simon don't work with TVJ, brother.
That's where his platform. Listen to me. Not that he if he doesn't work with the communication group, no, he used to. That's the entity that he used to be in. He wasn't with CVM group.
Okay, yeah, he usually work with TVJ, I think so, but
Yeah, he
I
used
don't
to
think
be
he
with
works with them
he used to be
anymore.
with TVJ. I don't
Yes,
know that he
he
works with them
doesn't
anymore,
anymore.
but he used to be.
And
So
JD
I'm saying,
Simon does content for them and with them, though, Pastor. So I
yeah.
think I saw
So
them. I think it's the same, I
so
same little thing, you know?
so that's what I'm saying. They have some big client. They have some big clients, which speaks good for their CV. So
Yes.
I don't think JFF did a poor job in who they acquired to do the marketing for them. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a poor job. Yes, they are new, but they're qualified and they you can give them credit for the innovation that they bring to the marketing space, especially that the gentleman that spoke to the reason for forming the company and what the objectives are, what they expect to get it to do. So, and look at the age group too, JD. If you can judge age based on people's appearance, I believe it is good for a JFF that wants to rebrand itself away from the failures of the past. So
Yeah.
you get new minds, innovators, younger picture. All of this speaks well. So I would give them credit more than question their acquisition of this marketing group. I would give the, I would be along that line to give them more credit for it rather than question their acquisition. If you're
Uh,
understanding what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, man. Yeah, Pastor, I'm agreeing. Mr. United, if you listen to me, I've never said anything bad, you know. I only said that's the thing that came to my attention, and I'm saying that's the only problem people can try to use because remember, you know, I've realized that like YouTube space are becoming more of a problem for the football than a solution because anybody can take up a mic and just speak because it's easy to bash the JFF, but it's hard to go and get the information and then come back and say who is wrong from who is right. So I'm just saying that's
What
the only
Danica tell
thing
lie for me.
that's the only thing I would say could go down the drain. All right. Um.
Jerry, what you're saying, to say it another way, the optics is important. how people are
The
going to
optics
view
is
it and their
important.
takeaway.
It's important, Pastor, but it's
Yes,
important because we have some terrible YouTubers. We always
yes,
mislead the people them down a wrong drain. So that is a
yeah.
problem, and then people will be beating Simon because of that. But it's not me. I am just trying to prevent that from happening. So when I bring it up now, they can't use that as an angle to start an unnecessary
We would
argument.
have gotten rid of all the ambiguities as it relates
Yes.
to Simon's introduction.
That's what
Yes,
I'm trying to
and
do. So
yeah.
I am trying to help a situation, and people thinking that I am causing. No, no, no. I am saying that that's the only problem because he was visible on their platforms, and that was a big problem as well. So people would think that it's a friend
Yeah.
and company thing because here man I say links the things that are sports and
Which is
ball
our
say links
culture,
the things.
JD. Watch this, which is the culture that is poor. This is them highlighting what is poor about our Jamaican systems, links to things. When I am, and that is why I make sure to point out that these guys are not only qualified, their track record will show innovation, innovative thinking along those lines. So you have to credit them for being equipped to deal with it. And this is not to say that they will be successful. This is say
But
they have the tools
but
to be.
but my question to you, Pastor, is straight out and to the chat as well. Is it a visual thing, like in people's faces, stopping people from coming to the stadium, or it's something bigger than that? Let me know. That is my question to everyone. Is it a visual thing, or it's just something bigger than that? Because 876 stream, I think they're just gonna try and push it in people's faces, more like on Instagram, on because the JFF was not good at the internet thingy. I don't
But
think so. Understand
that is
today
what
that has
marketing
improved.
that is what marketing is. Bring the product to the consumer.
But not necessarily only on the internet, also on the ground as well, physically, inside
I
Jamaica as well.
I said that their track record shows innovation for this purpose, JD. You cannot think you are going to be successful by leaving any avenue or any box unchecked. So, as much as you do it to the international space, which would be on YouTube or the internet, you have to do it inland because it is the people on the ground that is going to physically fill the stadium. Hence, he referenced, the manager referenced
Yeah,
the
we're gonna get
rise
into
up
that.
slogan of the 98 campaign and say they will need to get something as impactful as that slogan because that slogan really galvanized Jamaica, the Jamaicans within the state of Jamaica to the program of 98. And I agreed with him with that as a template. You have to do better than that because of the state of affairs as it relates to the election just ending and the lack of support. So this is really going to be needed. So they have to get it right for June 6th.
All right,
And I
so
and, and I'm happy that he actually referenced it at the beginning to say we need to do better, or if not better than 98, we have to have something with similar impact to get us
hold
to
on,
where we want
hold
to
on,
go.
Pastor, hold on. Balakik said, JD, are you JFF should have reached out to, or you would have passed on it. Um, Balakik, I think everything that you started from the around a year now, or around 7 months, 7 8 months now. I think I have a big part to play in it, as if like what I could have advised to do, what could have changed the overall thing. I tried to give a proposal towards that. Yeah, that's what I did. I don't know how much. They said they liked what I was trying to imply and stuff, and I showed them all other things, and I saw them going into that direction. But I don't know if they had used directly my model. You understand me? But yes, it's similar to what they're doing now. So I never passed on it. I tried to help, but it was not something for me to come and brag about. It was we came together as a channel, and I tried to put all the datas into it and send it off to them to show them, and they can work their best way to find those personnel to get the job done. Because what I had noticed, they were losing out in a lot of capital as it comes to the internet age. They have not used that to gain as much money from it. So I had to show them what was really going on, and I think that that influenced them in order to take the approach that they're taking now. But I was not in the picking and joining teams. I would still remain as me being a YouTuber. You understand me? But still try to help Jamaica as best as it can. You know, Pastor and JD, do you agree with the 876 Stream CEO take about JPL gaining traction over past few years, and they can do the similar thing to JFF? Don't think they can so easy, because the JPL and Jamaica have this thing of sympathy. You understand me? You can connect the JPL. Say a lot of the ballers them are coming from in the ghettos, and they're sufferers and all of those things. The JFF is coming from, oh, them on a good platforms, and you know, if you trust them, so it's going to be harder to do so. And I'm not 100% sure that they have brought back the JPL to any relevancy, to be honest, because I saw others covering the JPL getting the similar numbers to what they're doing. So I have to get more data to see if his argument is actually true. You get me?
All right, JD, without a forensic audit of where they are in terms of it being better than, it has certainly improved since they have been aligned with it. It has improved from where they first entered. So I'm not going to go on record to say it is better than how many years. However, there are enough evidences to support his claim that if it's even incrementally, there have been improvements made in what is sold to the consumer. So the question was asked if I agree with the statement. Yes, when you break it down to that, I agree with the statement because of
And
the
I'm not.
big
No.
good.
I
But
need
I'm
more
saying
evidence before I can agree to nothing. Because you
no,
just coming out and say that, I can't agree to it, because I know a lot of the other workings, and they are not involved in those workings. And I'm seeing those same things taking place now.
JD,
So I need to see what you
marketing
do.
marketing is a direct science. So having been exposed to these marketing strategies, that is why I'm saying it the way I have. It is not fair. I wouldn't say it is better in these last 2 years since they're attached than it ever was. But in these last 2 years, it is better than what the JPL had disintegrated to in the most recent years. And
Well,
the
Pastor,
evidences are there. Hold on.
Pastor,
The
even
evidence
that,
are there to show that. But you cannot say that all of the credit goes to them. Watch this,
yes.
JD.
That's why I
I
said,
don't
but
think
Pastor,
all
I'm
of the
not right.
credit goes
But
to
Pastor,
them.
I am right. I need you to present what you actually fully do before I can give you that amount of credit.
But
Because,
JD, the politics of a
oh
press
Lord.
conference does not allow you to do all of that detail.
Okay then, Pastor. But
What is
Jason asked me.
required?
Jason asked both of us. Oh God, Pastor,
I know
Pastor.
you were answering Jason
So
specifically, you
Pastor,
know.
Pastor, I gave you the floor. Then me, I am saying something, and you want to take away my floor. Just let me
No,
speak.
we have differences of opinion, you know.
I
You said
understand, Pastor, but
you need more, and I am
you're
clarifying
not
why
letting
I
me
say
finish.
different than you.
Pastor, all I'm saying, they have to present more evidence before I believe them. No, you're not going to get an easy pass, but I will give you a chance to prove yourself. But I don't see much difference until I can prove that. Simple as that. Before I start to
All right,
believe in it, but I'm willing to give you a chance because I want to see something new, and a new approach towards the federation. So I'm willing to give the chance, but I'm not going to agree that they have improved the
the
JPL,
JPL
because
image.
I don't
Yeah.
believe them in improving the JPL, bro. I'm very sorry. I don't believe it.
All right.
All right.
And I
Because
do, if it's only incrementally, and I am saying, I believe that there is sufficient evidence to satisfy me that there has been incremental
I mean,
improvement.
so
So
where are
I will,
those evidence? Um,
JD, the JPL now, in the eyes or the minds of the
mhm.
Jamaicans, is doing better image wise than than 4 or 5 years. Remember, they are with it for 2 years now, And I'm saying you take those 2 years, those are better 2 years than in a 5 year span because
Pastor,
the
but you see,
3 years.
Pastor, you just say a bag of word. Pastor, you have not identified one thing. They're a marketing team. What have we added to the JPL in the last 2 years? Are they giving a top 10? They are they giving you a top 10 every single week? Are they giving a play of the month every single week? Are you seeing more commercials with their names connected to it? Are you seeing more sponsors coming around? Are you seeing the players them saying the JPL is better than before? Are you seeing them exposing to outside brands more? I'm just asking a pastor, give me something. I am waiting to
Some
get
of those,
something.
not all of
Uh,
those that you have just listed, but some of those, JD. And I'm saying, I'm answering the question you asked
hold
me.
on 50-50. Let me make pastor speak. Pastor, can 50-50 go ahead?
Yes,
Go ahead
yes.
50-50.
Morning, JD, and morning, Pastor.
Morning, big boss. How you doing?
Good, good. In terms of the JPL, right? And I wanted to touch on the JFF a little bit and the 876 stream. In terms of the JPL itself,
Mm-hmm.
I think with Pastor saying image-wise, it looks better. I agree in the sense that to me, it has become
Yeah,
more
but listen to it.
digestible
Listen,
to me.
50-50. I had not said the image did not improve, but they don't
Yeah, no,
control the
no.
imagery of the JPL, and that is a problem.
So,
That's why I'm
so
asking you what specific areas.
okay, listen. In terms of the marketing, right, and the deal they have with the JPL, I don't know the fine details of what
Thank you.
in the everyday workings that they're in control of, right? But what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, since their involvement and what I've seen from the JPL, there has been a massive improvement in terms of the imagery of the product. And the reason why I say that is not only from their standpoint and the deal that they have with them, but I've seen where numerous other YouTubers, right, have formed YouTube channels around the JPL where they're also presenting the product to a good level, and that only comes from influence because if
Uh,
I see that this product is being marketed, right, and I believe
but
and
all right, 50-50. That's the way 50-50. Look at you just said. You see other YouTubers. Can you name a YouTuber that started and you think that they have done something? And then I'm gonna give you information on it because I don't think it
right
was the
now, right,
influence of 7 Stream.
no, right,
I think it's
again,
the opposite way around. It was a YouTuber MC started and then piggyback after that. More likely because YouTubers covering JPL for the last 4 or 5 years. You see what I'm saying?
but what I'm saying, I believe it has become even better now because up to recently, my interest has peaked in the JPL in the sense that I've seen numerous YouTubers who, up to last night, I watched a video where this guy was interviewing a player from Iron Gardens, and I've started to see these YouTube channels popping up where they've been going around interviewing players from these JPL clubs, and I'm saying even with that, it's becoming even more presentable from the YouTuber standpoint as well, and
Okay.
even if you remember maybe a year or two ago or so, I remember there was this rhetoric going around where people would say, yo, the JPL club, them need to post on Instagram, them need to do
Yes.
nothing. And
Mm-hmm.
if you check in the last 2 years or so, you see where clubs and in the JPL and the internet, in terms of the YouTube space, Instagram space, they've been even more active. And if you look at the pages on the Instagram for these respective clubs, it has even become more digestible in terms of how they present um, the social media page to the fans and to the viewers as well.
Okay.
So I believe it has improved in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So maybe 876 Stream has to get a little bit of credit. Not saying they should get every credit because we'd have to have more information on what
Exactly.
they presented. And if it's
Good.
anything we can knock Jamaica for is that we're not a data-driven country in terms of we can just pull up something to see the increase in viewership or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is kind of you'd have to go link a man to get that. You know, that's not going to be like readily available to an extent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I definitely think. Yeah, go on.
But that means you're agreeing with me then, because that's exactly what I've said from day one. I want more data to actually go off to give them credit, because I know that YouTubers here for the last 4 years doing the same thing what you guys saying that they should be credited for. So I'm finding it hard until you
But
can
JD,
provide more evidence. Pastor, hold on, Pastor. Finish up your point 50-50, because Pastor want to talk and him can't talk because somebody on the phone.
My last point in terms of the JFF, right? And to be fair to them, I remember a couple, maybe a month or so ago, even since the start of the year, where you coaches then were saying, the JFF should invest in a marketing company. So it's good to see that they finally have one on board, and we see if this will go in the right direction. And to answer a question that you posed, what will get more fans into the stadium now? I'm not living in Jamaica, right? But I've never went to a game, but I went to a CPL game before when the teller was report, whatever the case is. But let me tell you this journey. A couple years ago, right, when I was a bit younger, Jamaicans have this thing where them say the team not good, right? And it's like once the team not good, enough to support them. And I took a look into myself and I said, but wait, if me not support Jamaica, who are going to support Jamaica? Not saying other fans out there not supporting the country, but I looked at other countries, and even when those countries aren't doing well, the fans still show up to those games. And I had to say to myself, listen, I'm not going to just say the team not good. Maybe, okay, why is the team not doing good? You know, the way they have to look at it from that standpoint. And then after, I started to even support the team more, and because once they get the support, JD, then eventually we will become better when they realize the people are supporting them, etc. And it's not only support by just watching the game, but if you can, buy something or whatever the case is. I've done that before. So I think we have to stop running around and say, oh, the team not good. But then again, I've heard that Jamaica has a Wanganese culture, so it's going to kind of be hard to
we don't have a football culture.
people back on board until Jamaica starts to get even better and better and better. So maybe this Copa America as before could be the World Cup qualifiers could be a driving factor to get more.
Okay, so pretty much you're saying that we need some more results as well to kind of battery that, so we can really kickstart the program.
But the marketing as well, in terms of what the guys said, we had the slogan from 1998, right, or whatever the case is. I think in terms of the culture we have in music and whatever the case is, we have to use that a bit more to get people on board. We have to create that vibe. Because remember, as I said, we have one vibes culture in GB. So we have to use all of these stuff to implement within the football to get more people within the stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's how we can take a step forward.
All right. Respect and thanks. You're big boss?
Yeah,
all right. So that was 50-50. Determine. I think you're determined to not hear anything I've said. Anything I started my conversation to say, of course I'm going to give them a chance. I want them to get a chance. But Jason asked a question, and I've answered the question by saying that I can't give people credit for things that I'm not 100% certain, because we are in media, and to be honest, this big buzz about around Jamaica was started by pretty much YouTubers. I have to be honest. This big buzz that brought back people in this thing was started by YouTubers, and that was very much evident, very much clear. So I can't say I'm going to give somebody a credit for which I think piggybacks off actual YouTubers and not necessarily built anything from scratch. I'm going to give everybody a credit until they can prove to me different. So I want to give them a chance, determine. So I had start my conversation with that, but I have to still question things. I am not going to just make them walk out and say, yeah, them get the floor. No, you take the floor, do what you have to do, but you have to convince me. All right. So I will be watching your programs in the future to get more information from you as to what you have done before. Then I can answer Jason's question properly, and also see where the direction we're going to truly get that improvement or that extra buzz to help the teams going forward. But I will be watching, and I am giving them a clean slate without any judgment. I have no judgment for them right here. I just want to see something starting, because this is what we wanted from day one. We wanted people to take things serious, and we can click on TV, see our brother Ethan Pinnock talking about what he did for Brentford. So if I have not watched Brentford all games, I can get a quick summary from Ethan Pinnock how he sees his season went so far. Before that was not possible. You understand me? That was not possible. And at the same time, that revenue could generate to pay someone to promote the team a little bit more, pay two plane fares, and a lot more. So even the same actions from the people them can generate more fundings for the overall program itself. And that was what I wrote on. So what I'm seeing now, I love it. I love it, but I'm just not going to jump and say, "Oh, let me stand by this." No, no, no. I'm going to sit by and watch, and as you go forward, do what you're doing. I'm cheering you on and say, yes, this is going to help Jamaica because now we are getting more limelight out there. 3, 4 more guys get sold because 876 doing a good thing. These are the things I have to look at, but I can't just give you the flowers what you have not earned. That's all. Samson, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Martin said a true YouTube start back the fans. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. But you remember, we have to every one of us as YouTubers benefited off YouTube. So the least we could have done is to give back to Jamaica because that's what we came on YouTube saying that we're doing. So if we didn't want to give back to Jamaica, that means we would have been hypocrites. You understand me? Martin, yes. So we did our job. And 876 and those guys have to take it forward now. And JFF have to continue taking it forward. And we have to still continue to do our job and still here presenting people what took place every single day. And then Ethan Pinnock can come and verify what we have put out for the entire 3 months. You understand me? So everyone is in sync with what's going on. And that's what I think will put people in the stadium. If people don't have the information in their heads, why are they going to be urging themselves eager to go to a game? If they don't know who Ethan Pinnock is, or are they going to be eager to go to a game? So what I'm trying to say is every one of us doing this. Every 20 seconds you're seeing Reggae Boyz in your face, Jamaica football in your face. That's how you build a culture. And obviously the results as well builds the culture. But once the people know the player, watching the player more, watching the overall clips them, you get things in your subconscious. So if 876 can keep on putting more things in people's subconscious, I think that will be a good start, a good start. Pastor, that was my point I wanted to come to. All right?
I understood it to be that where you were. I I took the other side of the coin. Jason's question was very specific, and when you use the word better, you're comparing two things. So I only need for that definition to hold true. There's a 1% that is needed for one to be better. It can be 51% to 49, which would be a 2% difference really. So you only need that. I did not say that they should get all credit in my response because we're aware that they came in 2 years and the YouTubers have been here 4 years. So they have literally, as you said, been piggybacking off what was present when they turned up. Since they have turned up for those 2 years, I believe there is sufficient improvement, incremental though it has been, to
Pastor,
say yes,
mine is signed to
better.
the mine is company signed it to you, Pastor. I wonder I want
No,
what I don't know. So Pastor, what
no.
so Pastor, please, when you come up with
I'm
this thing,
using the
provide me with
definition
some
of the
evidence.
word in the question that Jason asked.
Pastor, I
Better,
need more information, Pastor. It cannot be
and I don't disagree with you, JD. I'm not saying this to
so
disagree with you,
but you're talking so confident. So provide me some information on this company,
No, no,
man.
no. Hold on, no. I am talking as confident as I am because I am sticking to the definition of the word Jason used to coin his question. The word is better. Now, as long as that definition is fulfilled, I can agree with them in with the statement because that's what he asked. Do I agree with the statement that it is better and the improvement fulfills the definition of the word better? So I say yes. I fully appreciate, however, that you said you need to see more before you come to that conclusion. I am
Well,
saying only because the definition of the word is fulfilled, I agreed. So that would be down to how the question was coined. Have they done sufficient? I would say no. But how Jason asked the question, I answered the question that I was asked. And I also agree and compliment you for the way you said that you are literally giving them a clean slate with no judgment attached, because what we want actually is for the football product on Jamaica land is transformed. We want that. So we are not going to deprive anybody of the opportunity to improve it. So
mm-hmm.
that satisfies me too. I agree with you on that
Yeah,
as
man.
well. So
And
they need to provide the sufficient for our supporting them now, because they have the opportunity so to do. They have our full support to go ahead and do that. JD, there's something that he did not say in his statement when he said the JPL, their alignment with the JPL has been better. If they make the mistake of trying to improve the JPL as the tool to get the fans to the stand, they're going to fail, because it is not the JPL players that are going to do World Cup qualifiers. So they have to come up with an integrated process where they bring the players that are not known in Jamaica per se to the Jamaican fan base for them to accept them. We had a big issue when they brought Michael Antonio to Jamaica, and the sports minister did not meet Michael Antonio coming in because the JFF dropped the ball. No, I'm not saying it that way, because we're not dealing with JFF in the past with their past transgressions. We missed an opportunity. Every big player that we carry, we missed an opportunity to make that big player a home grown name, a home name, a table name in Jamaica.
mm-hmm.
And going forward, we need to make these players, not just with the new ones that will come, but the ones that are already here, the Antonios, the Pinox, the all of them, the Lembakisa, the Latibodiers, and all of them that are already here, that we need to literally make them find the traction for them within the Jamaican fan base that is at home. That's the only way the stadium is going to be filled, when the people on the land accept these players as theirs. So that is the task. And he did not speak to that, which is the concern I had with his part of the press conference.
All right, so hold it right here. So, guys, we still don't reach 100 likes on the video. So, come on, get the likes up on the video. We wanted to move on. We're going to follow up this. We're going to keep on getting more information on 876 so we can be much more clearer as to what we're speaking on them. All right, and we can give you a definitive answer very soon as to what we expect. All right, yes. So, Martin, big of yourself said, real talk. JD 876 time now. Let us see. Yes, Balakik says, we the flaggers do it. Martin said, JD, we want ticket for June 6th. May I bring my family? All right. Hopefully when June 6th come, you are going there, Martin, this time. Because every time you said you're busy. All right. Neil says, JD, it's not information alone. Jamaica love entertainment. Halftime shows, after party, get something to get the fans out. All right. So in that same yeah, fair enough. JD, remember we put the JFF in the hot seat. We put JFF in a hot seat. Yes, yeah, man. You guys can always take a credit, man, 100%. Kevin Williams says Liam Bailey better glad that Villa won because Villa fans would have killed him for the penalty missed. All right, Real Baller said bloggers are saying Jamaica food, TVJ slash inner city, whatever. With that Wayne Walker dude does nothing. Okay, JPL has fallen off in the entertainment factor of the league and proper coverage in the league. Not everyone has cable and internet. Local channels should get coverage rights as well. Well, they have to work on that. I think if you want coverage, you have to pay for the coverage. A lot of people want things but don't want to pay for it, and it's not a sympathy because if it's benefiting you on one side, you have to pay the damn people for them product. You can't just want it free. Simple as that. So sometimes we can't just bully our way into things. We have to pay our way into things sometimes. Real baller, me texting like I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying. Jason said, I think the pastor has it wrong. They also market the prem, so they used that as an example. No, they will market the program, so I'm sure they will do um what's in accordance with that. Yeah, man, Jason, but the thing is because we're talking from a standpoint of not knowing, and the fact that we are getting someone that we don't know, that is even a question in itself. So I think they need to make sure them get themselves out there as popular as possible to the public, you know. So that in itself can draw more interest as well. The Dr. Ear, how you doing, man? JD, this 876 media missed a couple key points that I had to call them out a few times because they were leaning one-sided. Father Bling, big of yourself. Hope all is well with you and the family. Lee said, we are asked the JFF to involve young individuals in the marketing process, despite their effort to partner with one of the leading marketers company in Jamaica that has a fresh and innovative team. Yeah, but we are supporting it. Lee, I think you're trying to this. No, there is no criticism. Lee, there is no criticism. I think live stream need to be stopped, because we have not criticized anybody. We have said we are giving them the time to prove themselves. But people ask how much credit we want to give them as it relates to what the marketing manager stated. And I said I can't give him any credit without information. And that is factual. Who does things like that? Give people credit without we knowing anything. So he has to present what he does before so we can clearly see the data. So we can say, yes, Aritam did X and X. So I think you're joining the conversation late, to be honest. All right. And we need some young people in JFF who understand the how, when, and where when it comes on to football. But they are getting them. They are getting them. All right. I think if they have been marketing a large companies, the large companies in Jamaica, Grace, Digital, etc., I'm sure they know the lay of the land in that regards. All right, all right, all right. All right, but that's what we have said. I don't think it's a step in the right direction. I am giving it a chance, Lee. I am giving it a chance. Jason seems to know way more than we know, so he said that they should know how to get it done. All right, I have no problem. They should know how to get it done, and I will leave it right there because I wanted to come off this one. To be honest, as you said, once we have been provided with more information, I can be more clear on what I think about them. All right, but I'm not going to jump to give them any credit that I don't know they have actually achieved. All right, yes. So, anyways, let's go to some games. We have some games coming up with a lot of reggae boys. All right, this is where we're gonna finalize the show. All right, yes, because these two Liam Bailey shows are two stressing shows. All right, so Oxford Stevenage coming up tonight. Tonight we have Greg Lay and that's a reggae boy. So watch out for that. That is in League One. In League One, let me give you some facts on it. In League One, Oxford is in sixth place and with 44 games played and 73 points. Lincoln is on 71 points, and Blackpool is on 70 points. And even Stevenage is on 67 points. All right. So it is possible for them to lose that final spot, that final playoff spot. All right. So they are going to be playing Stevenage, and let me give you the ratings. They are saying it's 4-1 in favor of Oxford, and I'm going with that as well. Oxford winning it. Pastor, who are you going with to win that?
I am in full support of Greg Lay. Oxford must win. I want Greg Lay in the playoff.
All right, so you said Gregory in the playoff. Andre, big up yourself, massive respect. Thanks very much. All right, we just want everything working right. That's all. I am not bashing 876. I don't know them, and I hope they do as best because we want somebody to be there. What I would agree with 876, it is something different than what JFF had. That is a fact. We can't change that. So that means they must bring something better than what was there before. That is a fact. But is it going to be the amount that is required to get the job done? That's what we don't know.
Time will tell.
And that's why we have to wait on time and more information for us to be more confident and comfortable to let them do their jobs. That's all. That's all. All right. Yes. So that's all we are saying, people. So sometimes if you just listen, we might sound a little bit angry, but we ain't angry. We're passionate about this thing. All right. We're passionate about this thing.
And we're not going to agree, JD, we're not going to agree on everything. It's not like we discuss what we're going to say before we come on the platform.
That's why the
There,
program slide. That's why the
yeah,
program slide.
we're not going to agree with we're not going to agree with every point. Come on.
All right. So no, in the Premier League, no Premier League. Oh God, they put back Arsenal on the first day on Saturday. Oh my, why are they so wicked to Arsenal? Oh my God. But anyways, let me start with the other teams then first because Arsenal is way up in the day. All right. So we have Brentford, Luton. Brentford, Luton. Luton is still fighting for relegation. All right, fighting for relegation. They're on 25 points. Forest on 26. Everton on 27. Everton played 32 games. So they still have a game in hand. Brentford on 32 as well with 33 games played. So Brentford on 32, still not safe. But I want to say, I want to say, I want to say that um, Brentford might be out of it at this point, being on 32 points, and I think that they have just gotten back Ethan Pinnock, Ivan Tony coming in his one, and the other pieces are looking solid. So I want to say that Brentford will win one or two more games that will put them out of it. So Luton, Brentford, who are you looking? And it's at Luton. At Luton is very hard to pick up points. How are you looking at this? Who are you giving the edge?
Luton is where Bell is, right?
Yes, but Bell is not there.
But Bell is not. But Bell is out. Well, Ethan go and kill off Luton, cause Bell's the on his sick list. So me I go with the reggae boy when did Sorry, Luton is not that well, if you want to call it patriotism or favoritism, I don't care. I have to support the judge, the big man.
All right.
Yeah.
So
So
the
I'm going with
the
Brentford.
odds the odds actually go in favor of Brentford as well. Brentford is a 2-3, so one difference there. Slightly favorites going away as well. So Dre anyway that said Pastor, my eardrums not working well after you done with his eardrums. Pastor.
I I turned it down. I just changed the headset, and I changed the headset and came on, and the mic was fully turned up. I turned it down after I saw his text. So
All
yes,
right.
sir.
Jason said, you play on Saturday as well. Jason, let me go through the thing them. When you're doing your thing, don't try to correct me, big man. Let me speak. Let me speak. All right, yes, enough. Let me speak.
The Arsenal
Gusto
fight.
said, laugh out loud. Why does Arsenal live in Arsenal? You know what I don't. You know what I think. I figured that a lot of Jamaican fans are Arsenal fans as well. Pastor. That's why it's the
Yeah.
same trait
No,
for
no,
us.
no. Arsenal have a big fan base in Jamaica, you know. Very
That's
big, you know.
why right
Yeah, man.
around the world they have
Yeah.
that trait. They behave the same way as though they behave for Jamaica team. You
Yeah,
understand
man.
me? If you are in
Yes.
Pastor, if
Yes.
you
Yes.
but
The
Pastor, listen,
Gunners. Mm-hmm.
Pastor, if they are in the runnings for the championship, I don't have to look at the metrics them to see who is going to win. So why I can't say it? Why they have to be living rent free in my head when all I'm just doing is just looking what's going on with them? You understand? Because they are a competitor. Jesus God. Oh Lord. So he said a draw a 1-1. Thank you, Umzo. Thank you. And you didn't have to put that one in it. Neil Garden said JPL playoff this weekend. Sabina Park, Waterhouse versus Tivoli, Arnett Garden versus Portmore. Fans should come out. I'm gonna try and promote it a little. What was turned down? I think Pastor said he turned down his mic. All right.
I turned
Dockland
down the
said
headset.
same.
Yeah, I did.
Um, but Dockland says JD said Bell was slightly injured and now he's months. And what a man lie. Eh, Pastor, you know that now not him tell a lie, you know? Talk about
No,
him
hold on.
know
No,
Bell, him
no,
know
but
Bell.
hold on. Initially, when he probably missed the show that you did when Bell came back and got another injury.
Pastor, him never miss no show. Him, I don't want to tell lie. Because he came here and told us that Bell is coming back and everything's wrong with Bell. I said to him, brother, Bell not coming back nowhere. This man done him next hamstring. So him not have one hamstring problem, him have two. So if you claim that you know Bell, grandparents them, and you know you in the know what you got. And so from that, he avoid the internet for around 3 weeks. We don't see Dockland.
JD, one moment. For all the persons who are saying Pastor is loud, that is not news. Pastor is loud. I have two headsets, good quality headsets. So if I can turn it up back, Right now it is at right now it is at
Pastor, no, you don't. Pastor,
67%.
we're going
So
down
I
to
want to say to them,
Pastor.
I'm apologizing to them, JD, that yes, my voice is at the level that it's at because it was trained to be there. I am a pastor, I
And
need my
Pastor,
voice.
I think
So I am sorry.
Pastor, if they don't understand, but the Pastor, you know, have to spend the show explain to them. You are on this program for 3 years. And you have explained that every single year, like it's an annual certificate you're giving out. All right?
We have
Leave
new
them alone.
fans.
All right?
We have new fans.
Oh, oh, hold on, let me get that brother up on the phone because I mean I get forgot too many games them and the man in calling. But we are gonna give him chance. Go ahead, Mr. Jason. Guna again. Which one of the points do we want to talk
Yes.
about now? Which one of the points them?
Well,
Except
when
Arsenal
we are
because we never talk about Arsenal as yet. You and your friend them try bring up Arsenal in the conversation.
when I know Arsenal was probably coming up very shortly on the docket, so as soon as you talk your madness, I wanted a voice to be there to just stop you.
Well, you're not gonna get it because you called before. So I'm gonna make you speak, then hang you up, then talk, and if you want to call back, you call back. After that, you call. Talk.
No, we just did want to touch on the 876 stream point real quick, the marketing thing. Um, I saw where people were kind of upset at the dollar value of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
People were upset about the 200,000. Now, to my understanding, Nationwide put out an article that stated that
Okay.
the arrangement was $200,000, and then they put out a second article that did not have a figure in it. I was wondering, was anybody able to clear up like the actual, financial agreement between the two parties?
Big boss, as we said, I don't even know what you're talking about in the first place, as it relates to the problem, what you're saying that you saw of figures and stuff, I just know about what I saw in the interview. Yeah, no, in the press
In the press
conference.
conference.
Yes. That's all I know.
Well, they reference. Well, I know. At the press
They
conference, they
reference
reference a figure.
200,000 as it relates to the products that they got. I never heard anything
Correct.
else.
Correct, and that is what I said as well. And then later down now, I was looking at some nationwide website, and they produced an article stating that the value of the agreement with 876 Stream valued 200,000, which I thought was kind of strange.
Yeah, but
Because
comprehension and interpretation sometimes can go the left and right, you know.
yeah, so I think they have since cleared it up, and that figure is not the actual figure. But either way, my thing is all right. I'm going to look at it from two angles. If I'm a JFF supporter and I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, 876 Stream seems to be established, not a company that has worked with the JPL, worked with the track and field as well. They have a big presence on Instagram, especially, putting out various things about various athletes and players all over the world, teams, everything. And it is a foot into the door into a space that the JFF has got beaten for over the years because they don't really understand the value of that side of marketing through social media. They started at JFF. They tried to get a bigger presence online, but I feel like perhaps, like with a lot of things in the JFF, they don't have enough dedicated staff to make sure that they can run the way it's supposed to run. Because whoever
Go ahead, continue, go ahead.
Because whoever is running it clearly doesn't have the time required, because it's a 24-hour job. To be being totally honest with themselves, because we have players playing in different time zones and everywhere. If you want to honestly do it correctly, it would be something that would be divvied up amongst the staff, and they all have their respective regions that they follow, and they make sure that everything is touched on. But again, I don't think the JFF has the type of operation or budget to have a dedicated staff to do it. So they have outsourced that to 876 Stream. So I must give them some commending for that, because it's clear that there is a gap there. The people that I know who work inside the JFF, they all say that they're stretched too thin when it comes down to their tasks, and they don't really have enough manpower or woman power for that matter, to get the jobs done.
So, Jason, look at, but you have just brought something to my knowledge now, you know. So so we are looking at it as a good thing, you know. But this could be at the laziness of the JFF, them not wanting to do their own job. They have actually cashed out more money to do something that they should be doing to benefit directly off, without paying out that extra money that could have solved other things too as well. You don't look at it that way from you explaining that to me.
Yes, and JD, that was going to be my con for this whole thing, because my thing is, if you're trying to save money, right? If that's the goal, to get bring in as much money as you can, and try to not spend as much of the money that you brought in as you can. If you continuously are outsourcing every single thing, doesn't that make it more difficult to run your own ship?
Yeah, but that's when you said it to me. That's why I'm looking at it, and I'm saying maybe this is the next way of them using up money, and really costing themselves. Because if you said that you are going to be the place promoting the ballers them that they have, all other federations not have people promote for them. They are the ones doing the promoting to get the capital of that. They'll push into the federation as well to try boost their reach on every single thing. So you giving someone money to go and earn more money, because remember, you posting and doing these things here, you earn off that as well, yo. So really and truly, I don't even think the budget it's deep. It's deeper. It's deeper. It's deeper.
Can I say something on this?
Particulars of the agreement, because if it's a situation where the staff of 876 Stream and their, whatever they have built in terms of their ability to put out content, if they are going to be working dedicated to the JFF's social pages, then I think it's a very beneficial relationship. If it's a fact where everything is just going to be on 876 Stream, and they're, I don't know if it's as beneficial, because as you said,
yeah. Very good point, Jason.
there's money to be made if the JFF puts out the content.
Yeah,
And that's
very,
something
very
that I
good
noticed
point.
that's something that I noticed with all of this content that JFF puts out. They want it to be seen by a lot of people, which is great. But my thing is, if you guys have a YouTube channel, why don't you guys just produce the footage on your YouTube channel and let it run on your YouTube channel to let that grow? Instead, they send it out to every single person that has a YouTube channel, and those people run it on their channel
And benefit off it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I think that is very poor from them. And I think by that way, or you look at that, Jason, that makes it looks like if it's just solely marketing from that side, like from the internet side, it would have been a bad deal. If you said if it's not coming back to them on their platforms, you get me? If they are not picking up their cameras and coming to video for them on the platform and get paid for it, or they are not taking a picture and putting on their platform for them to get the clicks, that would be a bad deal. 100%, I agree with you. I agree with you there. And that's why I wanted to look at several different points before I jump to say I'm gonna give it 100 pass. I wanted to watch first. But some very good points there, Jason.
Yeah, man, that was mainly how I was looking at it. I was like, it in overall viewership, it will have a benefit because they have a wider reach in the space than the JFF does.
Really?
But at the same time, um, well, okay, maybe not a wider reach, but it seems like they are a little more dedicated to putting out content. I'll put it that way.
Let me give it. Yeah, but I think the JFF is the only bad thing I'm gonna say about the JFF. If they give us their platform today, Jason, 876 stream can make 5% of the numbers that we'll put up. Not five. I said 5%. They just need to turn up. Dockland, they are not good. Jockland. The JFF is not good as they need to find the right people and put in there, pay the people them. So pay 876 to come and build something. Just like when you hire the coach them, you say you want all of the dockets them from the coach them, so they can't left with everything. 876 should not leave with everything and have their own sources to get the information out. No, it's supposed to be out on JFF, and then they are teaching someone in JFF to actually manage the workload. So if it's a 2-year contract, at least JFF can left with something in 2 years as well. So they should do it just like the coaches them. That's how I look at it. So you need to remember this is a helping Jamaica situation. So even though you're benefiting, someone should we should still be we should still can stand up on our own, Jason, right after that first contract done. That's what I think should be the deal. So that's why I want to see these contracts before I jump to say it's good, bro.
No, but the thing is, Dockland, we're not saying not to outsource it, But again, whenever JFF works with entities in this social media space, from what I have seen, they don't really own what the people do. So the people have the power to put it on their own channels, their own platforms, and all these things. I think they need to take more ownership of the contents. That's all I'm saying, Dockland. I'm not saying that they have the manpower in there to do the marketing. That's my pro of this whole thing. That they have noticed that there's a void and they need to fill it.
Jason never argued. Look, Dockland. The man might lose millions of dollars by doing these foolishness. That's all I'm saying. Not saying this particular deal is a foolishness. I'm talking about previous things that they have done is foolishness. That could have been buying a lot of plane tickets and a lot more things, and other people benefits off it. And they're actually paying people sometimes to benefit off it as well, which don't make no sense to me. And
JD,
I had told them, Duckland, said that don't make no sense, straight up. So I agree with what Jason's saying, 100%, Jason. Good point, good point.
J-
But that Pastor, 24 hours show me having a pastor. I need to go through the games. Jason, give me a prediction on the games. 2 games first, and we can go through the rest of them.
Alright, so either Luton, Brentford so far?
Yes, Luton, Brentford, and Stevenage, Oxford. League One.
Alright.
Final spot.
Alright. So for the Oxford game, I think Oxford gonna win that one 2-1.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think for the Luton game, I have a funny feeling that Luton going to have a magical end to this season, and all them home games are going to get 3 points starting today.
And Luton, all of them home games are going to get 3 points. Jesus.
3 points in every game. Yep, and they're gonna stay up. So Luton, they're gonna beat Brentford probably I'd say 2-1.
Oh Lord. All right. Yeah. All right, Jason. Later. Oh my God. All right. So
Boy,
what? No, we had said that down there is difficult, but you coming to say Luton. Jason, say it again. Let me clip you.
If we're gone too far, they're gonna win every
No,
week.
no, 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 no. Stay away there. Stay away there. Say it with your chest.
No,
What you
no.
say?
Same way I gonna change the title, me change the title just now. So bless some people, bless some people. You feel me?
No, but you change him title and not tell me nothing. Him just gone. Him just change him title and gone. Oh, bless some people, my gone. Him even tell me the right correction. All right. So, Pastor, yeah, man. Data says, oh, you sure they haven't, detonation. Just listen to what Jesus is saying, Data. We're not sure of nothing present. I am talking about what happened before. And all of those deals were terrible deals. Detonation, because it doesn't help them. And I'm saying what they have applied to the coaches that they brought in Jamaica might be the best thing they could apply to um these deals. You need to gain something out of it at the end of the deals, not just trying to get it to the public and think that when it translates to people coming in the stadium, that's just it. No, you should have a strong backing by followers on your Instagram, followers on your Twitter, more YouTube views, more revenues as well because you're paying out, so you need back things as well. Data. I know it's hard to understand, but I know I am one of the best at doing this thing. Detonation. So I'm not asking you. I know that they are losing, and I've proven it to them already. All right. So it's not something I'm questioning. I'm telling you. All right. Dockland says, you know how much money it is to have a full staff of marketing. Dockland. Dockland, sometimes listening is good here, Dockland. I know you said no one can teach you anything, but Dockland, if you want only for money, just listen. All right? You go ahead, Pastor.
that disingenuous question by Docklands did it need to be thrown in file 13, otherwise known as the garbage bin. You are an entity. So don't talk about if you know how much it takes to get a marketing team. Marketing is necessary for your product to get to the consumer. So you as a company is responsible to put things in place to get the best for your product. No questions asked. The reality of the situation is JD that the JFF at present you're duplicating officers because you have a press officer who said he was not capable or able to do all it requires as the press officer by himself. So you have Simon, you have the a manager where the draft in Manning's man to assist in that for what logistics or travel or whatever they want to call it. You're duplicating roles when if you got a competent person for any position and provide the necessary tools. Because here's what the press officer should have what an information processor to get him the all the information that the JFF need to feed to the public. So he needs support staff, but you do not have two press officers. You don't need two press officers. The same thing with the logistics person. You need somebody who is operating within the frame of a secretariat then or a research person to make sure you're getting best travel plan and price. So you deal with that. You sign off on that. This foolishness of outfitting a full marketing team, every productive company have the required marketing team to ensure that the products get to the consumer as fast as they need to, as much as they need to, for the best possible price that they can get.
All right,
So
all
that
right.
is a rubbish question from Douglas Stennett, who would
I,
like to portray himself
all
as.
right, Pastor, Pastor.
Listen to me, no, man.
Brain drain just sent an. I not ask JD. Ask you. Okay. So Brain Drain looks like he's back in the building. Big up all the real ones that will smash the like button and never just look at the title and get bad mind. All right. Big up on yourself. I think we had two fantastic shows. Yes. So let me go through the rest of them. Brain Drain says tools can be in the form of additional human help, etc. as assistance.
Which is what I just said.
All right. One thing I know, a lot of money just running down the drain in the JFF, and because the lacking ability to figure it out, it's got just going by the wayside. And if you had individuals that had the ability, like people like myself, it would have been better. You could have saved hundreds of thousands, if not millions, just by just paying certain things attention. That's all I would say, and I have facts to prove it. That's all. And none of them can't argue with me because I know um, that's what I'm saying is facts. Duckland, all right? Millions of dollars going down the drain, and you guys can't test me with that, all right? Yes, so, anyways, it looks like Duckland smoked Jason in a prediction. So, Pastor, Burnley, Sheffield. Let me move on to the other big games. So, Burnley,
May I go
Sheffield,
with Sheffield? You know? May I go with Sheffield, brother?
Sheffield, Burnley. Okay,
Hmm.
that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
May I go with Sheffield, brother?
Burnley on 20 points. If they get 3 points here, Sheffield is on 16. So if Burnley get 3 points here, I'm telling you, this could be a late surge to stay up in the Premier League as well. So Sheffield not winning nothing. I think Burnley beating Sheffield, bro.
Watch Sheffield with one love.
All right.
Hit me and give you all the score.
All right, so let me move on to. All right, I am going with Burnley taking this one over Sheffield and try to force themselves to stay up. All right. Look like I have to call in. We are coming to the end, so I guess you have to call in soon. Wolves versus Wolves. Jason said, you see why it's important to talk truth. No, a false narrative about prediction is out. Uh, is out. The evidence is on my channel for everyone who likes truth. All right, so go on Jason's channel. He never present the evidence here. You can go on his channel to see that evidence. Determined said, but JFF setting money on fire is nothing unusual. Jane Weather said, careful JD. We say you did want the marketing job instead of 876. Jesus God. Oh God. Said
Oh,
John
oh,
Wayne.
he's saying you be careful that they leave
Any
with
weather.
that.
Dre, you boy, Dre, any weather. This stream explained that I have actually convinced them to give the marketing job to 876 without even knowing 876. But your brain cells only hear that I'm fighting against 876. You know what that tells me? On YouTube, we should not have no scene conversation. No scene. Just say a bag of fantasy. All right? Because the one Dre anyway down. In those old with some bad mind everything. All right? Yes. Oh my God. All right. So burn out generator people, but go and subscribe to him and support his platform and support him on TikTok. I kiss up the girls them every week, Them so find him. All right. Him soon some bad mind in relationship. He's go. All right. So Arsenal versus Wolves. I let me see the odds on this one. The odds on this one is 10-1. Wolves at home. Them must be madman. Which Arsenal team them watch to tell me that Wolves is 10-1 against Arsenal? People, I think this is going to be a draw. 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. I am going for Arsenal. I think this is
So
the
the,
last week
the,
for
the bookies
Arsenal.
are putting Wolves 10-1 against Arsenal.
Yes. Embarrassment. So, have they not watched Arsenal? I am betting on this. It look like I'm gonna lose a lot of money
But
because
but JD, I know you hate Arsenal.
No, them can't. Them say 10-1. So that means if you bet on and also win at 10 times the money I get back.
Yeah. But watch this, Arsenal deflated, Wolves at home. You say you bet on a draw. Me say Wolves beat them 2-1.
Okay, yes. I know whatever it is, Arsenal's title run done this week before even City play. City don't even have a play for win the Premier League. It done this week, just done. All right, just done. All right, this week it done. Arsenal just pack up
I'm not
and
bad mind me a bad mind Arsenal. It's just that I believe right now that they have deflated their balloons. What Bailey do to Arsenal, It not done yet, It can go register in the Wolves match,
because it went over in the Bayern match as well.
It go, of course.
It a come back over in the Wolves match again,
I mean, I tell it can go, but it look like, it look like, hello, JD, sports is not a easy operation, We say, what Bailey did to Arsenal, Wolves are going to show you the
Oh
fulfillment of
man,
it.
what is wrong? No, tell me no. They said that Real Madrid broke me. All right, no problem, no problem. City playing in FA Cup and they are in the lead in in the Premier League as well. And all I'm saying is, why Jason out here? Um, why Jason out here talk about Arsenal wounded but not dead? Jason, you, they,
No, but the wounded, when they wounded, they're going to make Wolves at home cripple them.
oh
They're not just
Lord,
wounded.
oh Lord.
Any which part they have one cut when they get stitch up. When they stitch up, the wolves are gonna pop out the stitches and up the wound and bust artery and vein. How you say wolves at home and a puppy?
People, Arsenal now beat Wolves people. Me and you guys already know that Wolves is not easy to play, even though they're not in the best form. But Arsenal ain't in the best form either, and that makes it a dog fight type game. All right. Wayne Swire said, JD, remember City have Spurs to play. Wayne Swire, the record for City at Spurs is not the best, but I think this is a time when Spurs, the bar is going to be hit 55 times. I, I think City might go to Spurs and give him a at 4-1 type of game. Don't think Spurs is in that league right now to contain City. City firing off an average of 20 shots, 10 on target, and 4 big chances per match, and you have to be good to go and get the latter part of it. So no, you're getting 35 shots, 15 on target, and 7 big chances per game. You don't lose games that way. So City will pump up Tottenham. So don't worry yourself, all right? Wolves are foaming at the mouth and smell blood. All right. All I'm telling you, all I'm telling you, um, they are losing. So you can say whatever you want. All I'm telling you, you guys are good. Believe me, no. I, Pastor, we have to start up. You're on Sabbath. You're on Sabbath. Sorry that you're on Sabbath because I'm telling you, you're gonna be watching that Saturday night stream crying when I'm done with them. Just watch.
Well, Jason normally do the late night stream Saturday. So when Wolf amputate because Arsenal has not recovered from Bailey killing yet. So me no say. Well, Jason, me I go pray for you. Because I know why you go in a deep depression and become harmful to yourself.
But Pastor, what hurt me so bad? They said that I have PTSD because of Real Madrid. Okay, no problem, no problem. But the problem is, why are they so confident? They're
No,
winning everything,
no, but here what Lee say.
Pastor.
Wolves cannot beat Arsenal. It's like they don't realize that Wolves they're at home and Wolves have a point to prove. And Arsenal just suffer two massive clubbing. Barely kill. What? Me? And that's why I don't gamble because when me call it like this, and Jason be so bold to say 3-1 Arsenal, and Wolves turn the table 2-1 to Arsenal. We don't have to go put security upon Jason if you watch him saying hurt himself.
Yeah, man. I think these guys, some. I think what is really damaging
We have to go have Jason on the watch
Jason's
list.
prediction, because at first I thought he was a good predictor, but clearly the bias between him and Arsenal and Jamaica, it makes him can't win things because he likes he loses a screw when they're not that good, because the sad thing, you know what he was telling himself, Pastor? He was telling himself that Arsenal have learned from last season and they have gotten better. So the last season, I remember now, Arsenal needed, Pastor, 5 points from around 5 games, Pastor. 5 games, 5 games. West Ham bust them down. Southampton I get relegated. I bust them. Every Man City just smoke them. I never but like. And then this year now, this year they're in pole position. They're in pole position, and they just came out. Draw with Manu. Draw with Bayern, then lose to Bayern, and then lose to Aston Villa, and then pretty much their title race is done. Because once they lose again, it's just done. So it's the same damn thing from the last 10 games. So they have not learned nothing because they might lose even more.
All right. I am telling you this on this day, Friday, Wolves beat Arsenal 2-0. So everybody will bet Palm Wolves get rich 10-1.
All right. Yeah, man.
I don't gamble, and I'm not telling you to go gamble, but me I tell you say anybody who put something on that say Wolves beat us, them are gonna leave with them smile ear to ear. Cause Jason, I know bad mind me bad mind Arsenal. It's just that when the wolves smell the blood of the wounded dog, they won't name him. They won't tear him up.
But just say if they go out and lose to Wolves, which we fully expect that will happen. We have to actually start putting because Arsenal is a low standard club. You know why I am saying that? Because last year them put if him do this year in a row and them say this is progression. This is madness. All right, because this is like this man just go up one place, two place from Arsene Wenger, and in how much years? We have to be honest, And
But watch this.
Pastor, and he's battling it. I know they love to talk about it's not battle because this no, but you have different version of battle. This is a small battle. Then, if you don't want to call it a big battle, but them in battling big boss because he's in a seriously good position every single time with 10 more games left, Pastor, and every sort of embarrassment comes down on him. You can't. Here's just a
And
support
putting that in context,
the manager. You get more
Arsene
money.
Wenger, Arsene Wenger did not spend the amount of money that he's spending. Arsene Wenger bring two players and use young team and do. So this manager, of course, needs to get fired
Yeah,
for the
you get
failures.
me. You are bigger players now. That's why I'm saying them have a low standard mentality. Go get the coach them and get the job done. City that win Premier Leagues, but they wanted Champions League. They wanted a style. They wanted this. They wanted that. Them going to get other people. All right, if you keep on. All right, so Jason, okay, they need to do it next year again. Okay, no, Jason, they need to do it next year again, battle it next year again, and then you're gonna say he needs to leave. Then, okay, wow. I will put my money um up just because of faster prediction. And Duncan said it past battle. It is a buckle job. It's a buckle job. All right.
So determine. I go say the pastor. I said him go gamble. Determine. Watch yourself. Me see where you are right now the chat. I am not supporting gambling.
All right. So let me finish on the final one now. We have big bad Man City versus Chelsea 6:15 FA Cup FA Cup semi-finals. Chelsea in very good form, creating 25 chances per game, but City creating the same amount of chances. So the two teams that create chances and miss chances at the equal same rate. Oh, you look at that past and people inside the chat.
Chelsea is coming into form, I believe, at the right time, so they can be giant slayers because the rounding into form.
I am
The
telling you, man.
reality of that is that when you put City out front, it not easy to draw them in back,
I am telling you, man. They are
When
gonna
when
get
you put them
one
out
heck of a
front, it not
beatiness,
easy
man.
to rein them in back.
They are gonna get a piece of
So
beatiness, man.
this is a game I would predict by a one goal difference or a draw because of the form that Chelsea rounding into. Yeah, but the history of City going out front is not the same as Arsenal. When City go out front, you know, pull them back. Then they run away.
Well, Pastor, over the last two fixtures are the complete opposite. It doesn't matter what whichever team does. They seem to come back. The first one was 4-4. You never remember Stamford Bridge. You understand me? So it's going to look like City just Chelsea just the breakaway counter attacking system of Chelsea is just a problem for City. So are we seeing a majestic type game like that? You know, if it goes to penalty, don't let Bernardo take man. Arsenal is nowhere more than be losing the Premier League. They have a tendency to lose the Premier League without City playing. You ever hear these embarrassing thing, Pastor? I have never seen a ballsless team like Arsenal. They're going to lose the Premier League without nobody playing. Nobody paying them any mind. Liverpool over here are going ice them foot of Atalanta. City be out here playing FA Cup. Everybody else doing something else, and Arsenal out here losing titles. I have never seen it in my life.
You're going to create a war with Jason when you say they're a low mentality team
No, it's
because
a
that's his
fact.
team.
It's a fact. It's
you
a
you you have you have what's this? You have enough evidence to support that
yes,
classification. I'm just
yes,
saying, if you publicly say it with your chest out like that,
yes.
Jason is bound to have
He
a fit.
knows it. He knows that it's true. He
So
knows.
so I am going to say this that he's not going to like. I prefer the Arsenal under Aston Wenger than this one.
Which year? Which year? Which year? I say
All of the
Arsenal
years,
04.
all of the years under Arsenal Wenger, I prefer that Arsenal to this one.
06, 06, 05, 05. Smoke this current team. Smoke this current
Every
team.
year, JD, I'm going to go on record to say every year, and because even when he had the young guys that he brought up from PL2 in the squad, and everybody has said he earns Arsenal the most money as a manager, but him now win no title. He managed to finish top four. He finished fourth with that kind of a team. When nobody now rate because him now spend no big money and him a do what him a do. That team to me is a better managed team, get better results consistently more than this one. With all them big names. With all them big names.
So guys, let we know this super talented squad of Arsenal players. Could they compete with the 0506 team of the Gunners, the real life quality Gunners? Let me know. I think they would have gotten smoked because Diamond Peter, I will get everything done soon. All right, yes. Dockland says Arsenal chooses coaches by names that start with A, not coaching credentials. All right, so Pastor, where are you going? I think I am going with Chelsea finally getting a hell of a beating from City. The disrespect that City felt from a B tier Real Madrid team, they are going to come and take out the problems on Chelsea.
They will try it, but I'm not discrediting Chelsea's form. This game is going to be closer than you're saying.
All right.
Chelsea coming into form at the right time. And I believe that the fact that they have been toying with this system of play and now reaping the result of maintaining it is going to be enough to keep the margins close to City. With that said, I believe City is going to play ball. I believe City going to play ball. But Chelsea doing well can slay some giant.
All right, so Jason Acosta in the chat say all on the chatting and Arteta have the better win percentage in this part of his tenure than any other Arsenal man. Um, Ar- Big boss, so you act like you're 25, Jason. Stop your foolishness. Arteta, big coach over big shampoo head. You know, Arsene Wenger, big coach over shampoo head. Arteta. Stop your foolishness and black liner ear what, what do you call his eyebrow? Arteta. Stop your foolishness. All right. I don't know why you get so hyped on this new age of people. Just stop your foolishness. Arteta you're talking about a man that built a system to come in English football, change English football. What just sit down? All right.
Hmm?
What team you support before the money come? City. Ajax, as I've said before, Ajax. And I always watch Arsenal. So I'm sure. Obviously, Arsenal. Arsenal is better. No, Jason want to come and talk about Mikel with him big jello head. You know, him bag of fake ear gel in I'm ear. No get frightened. No Arsenal nowadays. Jam up TV, big up yourself. All right, so Pastor said, him a go with a closer game, and me say, and I have said that City will beat the brakes of Chelsea this time. It need to stop. The disrespect need to stop, and it's going to stop this week. This week, everyone will know who the champions is. All right, man's bad mind is here. I wonder why.
Jenny,
Oh Lord.
Let me add something to the cheering for Chelsea. You see the
Mm.
Jamaican factor in the Chelsea team. I think will compensate for all the brutishness where Holland are gonna try to do against Chelsea defense. The Jamaican factor, I go count and kind of keep it close. What Sterling against Man City? Remember, I said Sterling I go play this a grudge match with Sterling. You know, Sterling I go
No,
turn up. You know,
every almost a City Bill Chelsea team now, and Chelsea
mm,
Bill City team, because KDB it's just a quick crisscross, So
yeah.
Billy,
But the grudge match, Sterling, Sterling I go show up in him boots when probably only play about 4 match. He well working, I turn it, I go turn on.
the man them does a drop back. This brother them Jason Ball whisper to run out and score the winner. and the pillow gang will rejoice. Oh God. Boy, I'm telling you. That wouldn't be a good day for me, because the pillow gang them would have be out there beating the brains.
Where I say, they won't bring up Whisper to the first team and they won't beat City.
Right
If
now,
the,
if he ever even try something like that, he must be the captain Jamaica team for 16 more years. Him not have to do nothing. Pillow gang them out and stunting. You understand me? 94
hello,
hours pastor from
if
the goal go in stream start. 90 at the first 94-hour stream would have been.
let me tell you this. If Whisper go up to the first team against City and score, Craig Butler is president of JFF.
Yeah man, I want yeah man. Oh my god.
You must be mad. Hello. If that happen, without election, Ricketts have to give his seat to Craig Butler.
Yeah man.
And that me I tell you.
Yeah. Fact. Foden versus Cole Palmer media rivalry will be on watch. Yes, 100%. Sport management say laugh out now. JD would have to take a month. Yes, man. Me turn African if Whisper go on pan the feed and score, because I can't come back to Jamaica space for now, and I'm gonna see
One
24
step over
24-hour
and shoot
streams.
by Whisper and JD career done.
Yeah, man. And drum up CD, I'm telling you, man. And you see Richard Crawford, oh my God. They never listen to nothing what me say before, and all of them, Jason, the whole of them are just feeding it. Yes.
Yeah,
20 hour
if that
stream.
happen, if
Um,
that happen, Jason, they have a front row seat on your stream.
and who for stream? I am not going to have any stream. So we are trying to say we're not going to do any stream because they know that we have zero comprehension skills. Them just need for us go one place. And me not start the stream. I am not going to do it. I would just leave it because at 25-hour streams. It's going to start, but just make Whisper score a goal, and I'm telling you, a 54
Hello.
hour streams. It just the hours just
If
go up as it goes. All right, John, big up yourself coming from Kenya. Massive respect. All right. Good Lord, man. Pastor, how long we gone on the stream here? This is the longest stream we do in a while.
this is saying 54 minutes.
54 minutes now, man. We're supposed to gone almost 3 hours.
No, remember this. Remember that you had a break first, you know.
Yeah, man. We're supposed to do
So
three
the
hours
one before
straight.
was over an hour. The one before I think break over just over an hour.
Okay, so
So
me go on one and a
you're
half
gone
hour.
2 hour
Two and a
plus.
half
You're
hours.
gone
Two
two
and a
hour
half hours. We're
plus.
gonna do 2.5 hours. People, put
Yeah.
the likes up, all right? Remember, you say Whisper won't make the first team, but I have been proven right already. Proven right already. Richard Crawford. So you can't change the narrative. You see, me tell you, me never say the Whisper can't make just the first team none at all. Me say him won't make the first team as to what Lion Craig Butler tell people. It is not true. And me get proven right. But the man want to move the metrics to say me say him can't make the first team. Um, Richard Crawford, they have been 45 players from 16 to 18 years old got rotated in the lineup for Chelsea this season. 45 players are 45 times. So why would I say Whisper can just pace up on the bench? Him can just pace up on the bench because him at 17. Him at 17, him should be able to make the bench. He should be able to make the bench. So you can't use that against me. All right? So they can't
The,
use them stunts on me.
JD, hear the big thing. All of us want Whisper to develop to the point where he's starting in Chelsea first team. Not just
Yes,
make the bench.
but
All of we want that.
pastor,
But we not
them
foolish for
don't
saying
care.
ready him reach the when can just go start now. Me no idiot.
But pastor, the man don't care. Once you say something, them use it for everything else. Cause I lie Richard Crawford I tell me, in the business, in just a spread a rumor. So that's why I don't want to start a stream if him score. Because that is the lie what them gonna tell for me. And then everybody come on the stream, think that I have said anything like that. And I lie Richard I say. So if he can't make it, how will he be there? No, because I said no. We had said he can't make the first team because Mr. Butler sell a narrative to his parents to say that he's going straight in the Chelsea first team. That was the narrative he sold, and we said that's a lie. because we spend a better than nobody at Chelsea, first team, or even the first three players after the first team. And that have been proven exactly what we are saying, what we have been saying. So I said I've gotten vindicated. But if he works himself up and get better and better and make an appearance, that is good. But he wasn't going to go into no Chelsea and make no Chelsea first team after Whisper is not a big baller. You guys are just fooling yourself. So I've been proven right. He has to work himself up just like any other young kid. All right, JD, put some respect on Craig name, please. No, we are talking about man. That foolishness, man. All right. Based on his production since starting U21, I wouldn't be shocked if he makes the bench before the season end. Whether he comes on, I don't business. I don't business, Jason. I don't know. I don't know. It all comes down because a man not gonna pick a forward when he want a defender, Jason. So you can't just say that. With the two space left on the bench, him not gonna make it over no starter. Obviously, they have been blessed with injuries this year. So you have to look at where the injuries come. If they have two forward players that injured, yes, let's see if they can put him with Washington. And if they don't try Sturge or one of those guys in front of him, which Washington and Sturge is in front of him as well. So you have to have three forward injuries for him to make the bench. You understand me? So these are the factual things we are looking at. But his fan base don't use no logic towards nothing, Pastor. Them just the business. No logics. Nothing at all. Oh, and that's why they don't like we, because we always use logics to all them pick the teams. And because when they put the 16-year-olds them on, whisper them they could have made the bench. Washington never could have made the bench, but Washington them and a goalkeeper, they are not defenders, so they never make the bench. Them pick the defenders them and the goalkeepers them to come and make up the numbers. You see, Pastor? So you can't make a team if them don't have the spaces for you. And it goes back to say you were never a first team player because all of the first team players are there. You can't make the team. So we were right. Richard Crawford, just give us our credit, man, for our job, big boss. I am basing it off Tyreek George making the bench versus Everton, so a slot might be there. Washington played for Chelsea in their last game, so why can't Whisper? Because Washington is better than Whisper, so he's ahead of Whisper in that position if they're gonna try someone. All right, and Washington plays both position, striker and wing forward as well. I'm just saying he has good to he has the goods to be in the first team. So if the coach put him there, he would be yeah man. If the coach put him there, Damien, he would have been one of the guys in the young core that can get a shot. That's all we are saying, Damien. That's all we are saying. But we had said he was not good enough to make no first team of Chelsea, as what Mr. Butler had said at the start. That is not true. But in the case of a bag of injuries, like what Chelsea faced this year, yes, if you want to pick out of the little kids that we see a play, he might be fourth or third in the row of forwards. Fourth, I would put him in the row of forwards before he can get a game. So all four of those guys, the other three, they would have to see them before they put Whisper ahead of them because these guys have been better than him this year as well. So you can't avoid the facts. So that's why they were selected ahead of him in the team as well. People, all right. Straight logic may use to come to that conclusion. All right. Well, Jason, the other two man them do better than Whisper in the team. So I don't know what to tell you. All right. Having international matches under his belt will put him up in the pecking order still. No. That don't help him at all. Washington them were 20 times him. And them have the international caps under them belt. You understand me? So
Having the
it don't
international caps got him to Chelsea. It is not going to get him in the first team. And that was the favor that Grim granted them by giving him the 10 caps needed for him to get to Chelsea properly. So all I want to pillow gang, gonna need to find Grim and give him a
Richard,
bonus before
Richard about me.
Christmas.
Richard said Whisper is first, Bun second or third. Richard Crawford, you cannot reason like that, my brother. You know we're talking the truth, and that's the problem. We only state with the facts. The youth is doing well, but others are doing incredible good as well, which is better than him. So they are ahead of him in a queue of all young kids. They are back of the line. Because that is the truth. The other man, them, Cole Palmer, them, they are front of him. You realize Cole Palmer, them are very young players, you know. 'Cause that is the truth. The other man, them, Cole Palmer, them, they are front of him. You realize Cole Palmer, them, they are front of him. You realize Cole Palmer, them, they are very young players, you know. Yeah, Jackson a very young player, as well, Maddie Wake them are very young players as well, They're all young players as well, That's on the first team as well, So people have to be careful how we look at these things. I think Chelsea first team is very hard to make because everybody young. It's not a 26, 27-year-old, you can say growing. Right, most of these young players are going to eventually have to go out on loans if they don't kick on big time. You get me? After getting an opportunity or going out on loan and prove themselves. That's how I see it. All right. Yes, so everybody have to grow. It depends on what was discussed. Okay. Whisper better than Madueke, that's a lie. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. I don't even think Washington better than Madueke. I don't even think Hutchinson better than Madueke. 100%. No, I think Hutchinson and Madueke is still above Hutchinson. I would have to see Hutchinson come to the Premier League and prove himself. All right? No, but Damien, me never bad mind nobody, I always talk the truth, But they just want me to say whisper better than the other man them, and everything with them use the other man them have more, and them a get more game time because of them having more and playing better. And then we have to go to the order. I think it's just people just blame me for wrong things. But me not a bad man you them, man. Me want them do good, man. But me have to tell you the truth, all right? Neither Washington, Virginia, or Brixton is better than Pastor man.
And I respond to that one now.
All right, so Richard Crawford, we only can state the facts. If Washington keep on doing him thing, every time him get some game, him score, you have to just give him his credit. We can't say the man not good because if the man keep on scoring, that proves that he's good. You understand me? So and he's a highly rated player as well. And I think he's gonna go out on loan because they never wanted him in the U21s. They wanted him to go out on loan because they wanted space for Whisper and the next kid as well. I read an article and they're saying that why Washington coming to the. I thought it was the transfer clause on him. The transfer clause on him, why he never left out on loan because they wanted him to go on loan because they never had any space for him in the U21s. That's why they keep on moving him up to the Premier League any chance they get to give Whisper them and others game time. You understand me? So they never really wanted him. He was not a project U21 player. He was more of a borderline Premier League player. You understand me? Yeah, so they never wanted Washington there. So that's how highly they rated him. So I think he's gonna go out on loan. But I think he's a better striker than he's close to. He might not be a better striker than my boy as yet. But I think he's closer to my boy. They just need to give him a chance in front of that brother, that missing machine. You know, because the man love Miss chances, man. I'm telling you the truth, man. I think Washington is actually better than him now. But Washington have not gotten that chance as yet. You know? I can't say Whisper is better than Madueke as yet because he has not proven that. I would say Whisper is trying to catch Hutchinson, and based on what Hutchinson did this year, he's far ahead of Whisper at this point. So I think Madueke, I think it's disrespectful to talk about Whisper and Madueke. My boy up front. Jackson. I think Washington is a better finisher than Jackson, a better finisher. But I just think that he needs more time to settle in England. Maybe by next year, if he gets a little one half alone in the championship, score 5, 6 goals, he's gonna come up. Yeah, man. No, man. Madueke cannot normally, man. He's a good player, man. I think we're disrespecting the player. All right, so guys, Pastor, give a final point, and then we are done out here. We have spent the whole day with you guys, and you don't give 100 likes on this system. Not even 100 likes we don't get on this system. But obviously, people will come on after and like it.
They, I will finish by saying, post-election, JFF has to fulfill their promise and meet the targets that they have set.
Them take away Pastor right at the end. Yes, we are hearing you, but you're not seeing you.
Oh, you're not seeing me. You don't
Yes, we're
understand that?
seeing you now. We're seeing you now. You're
Okay,
frozen.
okay. Yeah. So I believe we should fulfill the president's request, leave the past in the past, and measure them as they go along this year. So full support. We go with what is ahead of us, and we put in the requisite preparation for going forward. That is getting all the tools, whether human resource or otherwise, for the program's success. Would be my final word.
Okay, okay. I'm just going around, right around the school, because I never had any parking space, so I had to give it a little time. Look like a lot of people
Hmm.
around here as well. Yeah, so yeah, man. So people need the like button, man, and stop bad minding thing. I know the title give you guys PTSD, but it's about that's how it works. Everybody gets PTSDs at times. All right. Yeah, so I will change the title to please you guys, because I've never seen so much egotistic people in my life.
And let me posit my objection to the change of the title so
Pastor,
that
but
everybody
we
know.
had it. We had
No,
it. We had it in the
it is your right to change your title, sir. You are the host. I am
and
just saying I have strong objection to it. I think the title is appropriate and said the truth.
all right then. So people on the bad mind that 1 year on the getaway. You said Whisper wouldn't make the first team on Chelsea when he was already playing U18-20. Shame on you, but um Crawford, Crawford, what I've said, proof some. What I'm saying is true, Crawford. All right, Crawford. We're gonna war the next one. All right, so people, take care. Bye bye.